Don't worry about DMCA, buddy. Don't ever worry about DMCA. We actually got this covered. But hi there, Joe folks. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I just noticed, yeah, DNCA as in November. What the hell do you mean with that? Well played, well played. Shoni needs a lot more coffee apparently. Sir, I salute you. DNCA. I didn't even notice that one. Dang, I didn't even pick up on that. Fall, good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. You are absolutely right there, Joe. You're absolutely right. Wish I'd came up with that one. Zorro, how are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. How are you doing this Wednesday? Glad to see so many of you already here. And my friends, are you ready for the hype? Shoney from Shoney Gaming here. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday again, and we're back. We're back. Yeah, unfortunately, last week I couldn't stream. Got the flu. Who knew? You can get the flu. So yeah, that was the thing. It was actually a little bit quiet because I had a little bit, a frog in my throat there. And, yeah, it didn't go well. So yeah, finally some rest, well-deserved rest for the missus. But yeah, it's good to be back. I hope you all have been doing well. I hope you all are all ready for this final week of streaming. Yes, today we are finally streaming. Yeah, I'm glad too there, Italian Yank fan. By the way, thank you all very much for your kind support. That always helps me out quite a lot. So thank you all very much. You guys are absolutely brilliant. That's why I love the cabin crew. But yeah, this is the last week that we will be streaming. So today and tomorrow we will be continuing our flight. And on Friday we are doing something special. On Friday we are flying from, well, currently apparently Schiphol Airport. Eham, Delta Vector, how are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. We are flying from Schiphol Amsterdam Airport and we are heading up, and I will redeem that hydrate immediately. Oh my. Oh my. We are flying from Amsterdam Airport all the way up to Rovaniemi. I hope I'm saying this correctly. Rovaniemi. That is actually in Finland. It is in the northern part of Finland. Finally back home, spent 80 hours in the hospital. Oh really, Delta? Good lord. Oh, a little bit of good... Glad you're back, buddy. Glad you're back. Let's give Delta Vector there a little bit of good vibes right there. There you go. Appendix. Ooh, yeah, that can be nasty. That can be nasty. I haven't had my appendix removed because, yeah, it isn't acting up. But the missus had, so yeah. I think it's appropriate we're leaving from your home airport. Yeah, indeed, indeed, indeed. By the way, Ex-Nilo Mundus, I saw you there as well. Hi, buddy. Yeah, we are heading up from... currently Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam Airport, all the way up to Finland, Rovaniemi Airport, and that is in Finland, and it is the home, official home of Santa Claus. Yes, we are ending this year's stream, landing in Rovaniemi Airport. It's a really tiny airport. We have landed there actually with our current flight. We actually landed there. So it's a really nice airport, going to be really cool. We'll get mine out when they pay me for it. Yeah, exactly. Currently, we had a few options of which plane we were flying. It's going to be a commercial plane because if I'm doing this in a GA plane, it's going to be, yeah, hours and hours and hours of flying. So yeah, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to do a commercial plane, and it's looking right now as that we are flying the Phoenix. The A320 Phoenix all the way up from Amsterdam to Rovaniemi Airport. So that's going to be a pretty cool flight. Straightforward. It's going to be we're going to be taking off from the Netherlands. No 12-hour stream. Yeah, I know, right? Wait, Shoney, are you not streaming 24/7 these days? No. But yeah, we're going to take off from the Netherlands, fly partly over Denmark. We're going to fly over Norway, Sweden, and then land in Finland. It's going to be really cool because at this time of year, the polar sun is up. So basically, it's constantly very low, which gives you great views. Trust me, flying around this time in places like Norway, Upper Canada, you will love it. You'll absolutely love it. Go do that. Or Norway, Sweden, Finland, go check that out. It's really cool. But right now, that's what we're going to do on Friday. We will also, by the way, be giving away 2 keys for Seafront Simulations Canary Islands. The add-on just dropped, so it meant that we got 2 keys available for our stream, for our viewers, which will be receiving a key. So we're going to do a giveaway while we're flying as well. So yeah, don't forget the ice. Yeah, a lot of ice, a lot of snow. Keep that in mind, especially when landing. Taking off in the Netherlands is quite a thing because currently it's freezing here as well. So hey, good luck with that. It's going to be fun. And we have de-icing on the Phoenix, so that's good. Something we didn't have on the 172, which made it interesting. Trust me, it really did. Anyway, today's flight is going to be pretty straightforward. As you guys may remember, we landed in Nigeria, in the capital, Abuja. We landed there, and we are going today take off and fly all the way south to Calabar, not Port Harcourt, but Harcourt, but we're flying towards Calabar because that is actually close to the Cameroon border, and we are then heading actually south towards a tiny little island group. We're doing that tomorrow with a. We're going to do a touch and go tomorrow on the capital, Malabo. That's on a tiny little. It's really weird. It's. We're going to explain it tomorrow, but it's a lot of fun here. So yeah, I like a bit of ice in my whiskey, but not that much. True. And a touch of water. So yeah, this is the flight we're doing today. You can, of course, as always, go to the Discord channel or do !flight plan. Download the flight plans from there. There are two, of course, which you can download. As always, the hot, or as it's now officially, hands-on throttle version, which means you're on the runway, you're good to go, you don't need to program anything, just take off and have fun. That's the easy one. Or the little bit harder one, that is of course the cold and dark version. You're standing on a stand and you have to start up your plane, as everyone does, and figure out how to get to the correct runway. Today's runway, by the way, will be apparently runway 4. Right now, well, we are doing runway 4. This meter has just been updated a few minutes ago. Let's check this out just to make sure. We have a 5-knot side wind. Keep that in mind. Taking off from runway 4. So, yeah, keep that in mind. All right. Well, that means that today we are doing that. Zooming in. Whoop. Dippity boppity boop. Why am I not zooming? I'm not zooming. Ah, there we go. Took a little while, but there we go. Taking off right here, we're going to fly over a few points of interest, actually. We're going to, once we have taken off, we're going to circle back and fly over the National Mosque. I have installed a African monuments pack, which you can download from the from flightsim.to. It just gives you a lot of monuments. I think about 114 monuments and buildings, interesting buildings, sprinkled out throughout the entire continent of Africa. It's really small. You can download it really easy. Kingsman, how is Liverpool? Cold Liverpool. Well, it's cold here in the Netherlands as well. Amsterdam, we're still at -1. So yeah, we're freezing here. We're freezing. But I like it, you know, I like it. It kind of gives me the wintry feeling, you know? It's yeah. It gives me the feel. It's right before Christmas. We put up the Christmas tree, you know. It's all Christmassy here in the house, and you know, yeah. Would be great if there would be snow, actually. But yeah, there you go. It's -6 this morning. Yeah, we had like -4 or -5, something like that. But I believe it has really snowed in the UK, hasn't it? I heard that there were actually airports that had troubles, like Heathrow and Gatwick, I think. And one was actually closed, Stansted, I think, in parts. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. All right. Once we have taken off from runway 4, so we are starting right there, runway 4, whoop, all the way south, and then taking off in a northerly direction, northeast. We are then circling back and flying all the way along the Niger River, right there, in the length of the Niger River, all the way up to Onitsha. Onitsha is a river port city. And from there, we are heading south east towards Calabar. That is Delta November Charlie Alpha, and we will be landing there in about 2.5 hours. It says 3 hours here. This is not correct. It's actually 2.5 hours, something like that. So yeah. Be right back. Need to do something for my mom. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can catch up, buddy. You can catch up. It's all fine. It's all good. Hey, Stealth Wolf. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, let's start ready to fly. As always, we are on all players. We are on the Southeast Asia server. So if you want to fly along again, make sure you actually download the flight plan from the Discord channel. It's right there. It's always available. And yeah, basically hop on the Southeast Asia server. You should be good. You should be able to see us. Or You can actually invite me. Shoni Gaming is not only the name of the channel, of course, it's also my tag name in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's really easy. Yeah, you know, just hop on, fly along. All right, my friends. I have set myself, smartly enough, on a different parking spot. So you can no longer spawn right on top of me. Ha! Fuja. All right, my friends. Let's give us the peripheral cam right there, as always. Boop. There it is. Now let's start up the plane. Of course, let's give it a little bit of a power. Yes, speed and power. That's very important. Let's give the mixture, set it to full. Crack a little, tiny little bit the throttle right there. It just needs actually, it just needs a little bit of that juice. You know, it just needs to get a little bit of that go juice. Then we start to actually turn the key all the way to start. Starting the engine. There we go. That's a good start right there. We're actually starting now also the Garmin, the avionics suite. Clicking either the enter button. You can either do the enter button or the most left soft key right there. It will give you, of course, the key, and you can see it right there. We are now also starting the lighting up, so we're doing the beacon lights, we're doing the nav lights, and the strobes have gone on. Actually, we should have turned the strobes on before we started the engine, of course, and shouted clear prop, but then again, this is a simulation. We're not chopping anyone into mincemeat. Just saying. And, well, we're not taxiing yet, so that's fine. Setting the flaps already to flaps takeoff position. That's flaps 1 in a Cessna. That differs in another plane, of course, if you're flying something else. Of course, we can check the outside temperature right there. Well, it's 34 degrees, which means we do not need the pitted heat. That's not needed right there. We are setting the CDI to GPS right here. We are doing the PFD options and setting that to GPS as well, which gives us immediately the bearings and the distance as well. So that's really handy. Let's make sure, pressing B, that we actually set the altimeter correctly. Good Lord, Shoni is on a roll. Autopilot, here we go. We are setting the autopilot to 2,000 feet. We are setting the heading. Actually, yeah, that still does work. Funnily, yeah. But this works a lot quicker. Yay, that's why I use it right here. Go. That's the direction that we want to fly to. We are setting the flight level change to 74 knots. As always, that's the ideal climb speed, of course, of the that's the ideal climb speed of the Cessna itself. We are setting the navigation, turning that on. Now GPS starts to blink, as you can see right here. It means it has not picked up the GPS coordinates just yet. It hasn't picked up the flight plan. Once you're actually pointing your nose in the direction of that purple line and you fly over it, the GPS will pick that up and say, hey, we're flying that. So it's actually exactly the same as in a commercial plane. If you fly away from that line, it will not pick up the GPS and activate the navigation automatically. It will not turn around unless you tell it to. So yeah, it's still a dumb machine, basically. All right, my friends, now let's head back right there. We are setting the MFD and range because I want to zoom in, and we are going to taxi all the way towards the runway, which means I'm turning on the taxi lights. Here we go. I actually have to, yep, there we go. And I am taking off the parking brake, giving it a little bit of juice, which means it should start rolling. Which it does. That's good. A little bit of more juice. Start rolling a little bit more. There we go. And the predictions can start right now. Following the yellow line right there immediately. And let's start taxiing towards our runway. And I will redeem that hydrate. on, no hands. And still steering. All right, we're taking a left right here, following the taxi lines, not flying, not running over the runway. That's not what we're supposed to do. Make sure you keep an eye on your actual ground level speed. In this case, what am I doing right now? 14 knots, about 14 knots, which is fine. 15 to 30 knots is actually regular for commercial flights. I'm actually not sure what it is for planes like this, to be honest. I think it's like 15. Turning is at least 15 knots. I think I know that, but I think it's like 20 knots or something like that. I think it's like 20 knots. All right, my friends, we are now moving and grooving outside right here. And we have Stealth Wolf already in the distance right there. Who else is parked right in? I keep forgetting I need to do the tiny nameplates. I really need to do the tiny nameplates. I keep forgetting that. As long as it's not a beer crawl. No, my friend, no. Nay, I say. I think there are at least 3 people there. At least 3 people. All right, it is. It takes a little bit of a time, of course, to taxi and navigate the taxiway all the way up towards the runway. In this case, runway 04, which is actually at the end of the airport and not at the beginning. But hey, it's all part of the game. That's all part of this, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Can't fly due to work, but will not miss Friday's flight. Excellent. I was hoping you'd be there, buddy. I was hoping you'd be. Actually, I'm hoping that everyone, of course, will be there and having most of all, having a lot of fun. That's the most important thing, actually. Having a little bit of fun, because that's the most important thing. And of course, it's the final flight on Friday. Really looking forward to it. It's a pretty cool flight, actually. We're going to fly over pretty cool countryside, of course. Norway, which is beautiful this time of year, fully snowed under. Of course, Sweden, always beautiful, always beautiful. And Finland, so many trees. It's all green. It's insane how green, how large the forests in Finland are, actually. It's absolutely insane. VetSim controllers don't get upset with us. Well, we're not flying on. I'm not flying on VetSim anyway, so yeah, it's. They shouldn't. It shouldn't be a problem. Actually, it should not be a problem. As I'm not flying on VetSim currently still, but we are going to try and do that in future, of course, especially if we are going to focus a little bit more on the Fridays with commercial flights, which we are intending to do. And I have been thinking about this. I think it would be really cool if we just redo the entire project again, but in a commercial plane. It may mean we will not be landing at every single country, but we can hop from one flight to another. So one country, skipping, flying over a few other countries, and then landing in keeping it in sync, basically. Keeping it in sync. Yeah, just redoing it in a commercial plane. Probably will be outflying everything once we are. I think we'll be let's see, because it's 1 day a week. Yeah, I think it will be really quickly before we're around the world. Yeah, and we have to figure out where and how to land, of course, which islands we are going to skip, which countries we are going to skip. We're not going to fly to every country in the world, but it's in the same spirit. Let's just say it's in the same spirit. All right, ground speed 21 knots. So let's brake a little bit. Now, usually, of course, you pull up towards the runway right here and then stop. We don't need to do that today. Bizarro is right there. Dog's Breath right there as well. Nice. Skip Madeira. That runway killed me. Actually, we landed quite nicely on Madeira. Ah, Dog's Breath, thank you very much for that sub, man. Thank you very much. 10 months already. 10 months already. You're an absolute legend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, my friends. Here we are, lined up. All right. So, whoop, let's go from standby to let's be out right there. We are now also, we need to adjust the lights from taxi to land as well. Basically, we are set. We are good to go. So, throttle up. And let's get this puppy in the air. Actually, I forgot to actually set the trim. That's the only thing I forgot. But I just did it on my steering wheel right there. Just did that on my steering wheel. All right, let's get this puppy up to about 55 knots. Little bit of a side wind. Yep, a little bit of a side wind. There we go. Thank you very much there, Kingsman. Thank you very much. I am really, really proud of it. I am. Ewald is there as well. I see you, buddy. How are you doing? I am absolutely proud of it, and I'm highly enjoying it. Especially stuff like the Class Echo, the Bravo. It's such a joy. Either the Dutch one or Finland. Actually, if you're flying the Phoenix, there is a Sony Gaming livery. Yes, there is. Courtesy of Ewald, of course. There is a Sony Gaming livery, my friend. We have positive lift, which means we can now actually... come on. We had positive lift. There we go. Well, then I will be using that. Yes, and it's optimized, so it works great. No stutters, no nothing whatsoever. No stutters, no nothing. So that is absolutely brilliant. Let's switch over right here to that cam. Boop, there we go. Zooming in. Actually turning on the moving maps. Now, we should be flying over Abuja. I'm trying to actually head towards Abuja a little bit. Because I did install the, as I said, I did install the mod for actually a few extra viewpoints and stuff like that. Yeah. Turning on magnetos can help when trying to start a plane. Really? You don't say. All right, my friends. Let's start to level out at about 2,000 feet. As always, you know, we are heading full speed. Now we are heading towards the capital right now. So we are diverting a little bit. Yes, we are diverting a little bit from our flight plan, but that's fine. We can see the point of interest actually already there in the distance. Currently, as I said, who is flying along? Dog's Breath, Ewald, Stealth Wolf right there, and Bizarro already up in the air flying on my tail. My wingmen are there. They are absolutely there. All right, we're now currently at 3,000 feet. I am going to trim down a little bit, make sure that we don't actually trim too much. All legends indeed. Exactly. Each and every one of you guys. Each and every one of you guys. All right. Now, as you may be... oh, you cannot see that actually, but right now you can. I'm not gripping the wheel. I can show you this a little bit, but I'm not gripping the wheel like this. I'm actually just touching it basically, and that's how you control your plane most of the time. It's tiny little touches, tiny little adjustments. You don't have to yank this thing like crazy. There's no need for that. There's absolutely no need for that. Just keep it nice and steady. Keep it smooth. Keep it smooth. In the distance right there, we have the capital, Abuja. Flying towards it right now at, well, as quick as we can. Then heading back towards our of course, our original flight plan. Now again, most of you will not have these points of interest, of course, installed. I understand that, but we can see them right here. We haven't done this in quite a while, so if they actually pop up, it's nice to see them. Aviator Jan, good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? Just landed at my local football field to pick up an injured guy. Well, there you go, buddy. That's the spirit. That's the absolute spirit. That's good vibes right there. You're helping out, buddy. You're helping out. Putting your skills to good use, as I say it. Putting your skills to good use. Congratulations, buddy. Now, make sure that as soon as you adjust your trim, you level out, and you should be good. You level out, you should be absolutely good. Actually, Abuja was built in the 1980s, so it's actually a pretty new city. It's like only like 40 years old or something like that. Oh, you just seen it. Oh, they actually did. Oh, I thought you did it in the sim. Ah, so they actually landed a emergency helicopter. Ah, interesting. Ah, real life, exactly. Yeah, happens quite a lot here in the Netherlands, actually. Happens quite a lot here in the Netherlands. Ah, and these pilots, they're absolutely amazing. These guys can land on a freaking stamp. They can land on a stamp. I'm not kidding. These guys are absolutely the bomb. How they can handle their planes, it's, yeah. Military helis and police helis for that. We have actually, in the Netherlands, we have special dedicated helicopters for that. We have, I think, like 4 or 5 emergency helicopters in the Netherlands, always on standby. No money, that's a shame. But in the Netherlands, we actually do have these special helicopters, so... And one of them is stationed in Amsterdam, quite near to me, so yeah. Alright, first thing coming up, the National Stadium. Now, this could be modeled in your sim as well. If you're flying this, you might be able to see this. This is the home of the Abuja soccer team. Of course, soccer very big in Africa. Currently, yeah, the Moroccan team is still could win, could end up in the finals against Argentina. Yeah, don't mention Argentina right now. Don't worry about it, but on autopilot, so may not be there for long. Don't worry about it, buddy. And in the distance, the second point of interest right there is the National Mosque. Of course, one of the largest mosques in Nigeria, actually. Don't cry for me, Argentina. And no. We were ejected by the Argentinians. Yeah, which was a very let's just say questionable match. 18 yellow cards, 1 red. 18 yellow. Can't stand football. 18, yeah, not kidding. Not kidding. Most on the Dutch side, funnily enough. Well, that's the mosque right there. Nicely modeled, exactly placed where it should be. Really cool. Nice little feature. It adds a little bit of that realism, you know. The National Assembly is right there at the end, followed by the rock. So now we're heading... only 11 players on the pitch, no? Well, 22 officially, yeah. Although I think, to be honest, Argentina didn't have 11 players, but 12? Yeah. They had about 12 players, in my opinion. But there you go. Yeah, let's just say the referee was, I'd say questionable. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. If anyone else has a different opinion, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. So, but hey, we're out of it. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. You know, I mean, it was Qatar anyway, and you know, it's, yeah. Let's just say this World Cup hasn't been the best issue of yet. Ice hockey person. Ah, yeah, okay. Well, you're absolutely right. To each his own, my friend. To each his own. But yeah, it's as I said, this World Cup has been a little bit iffy, to say the least. So yeah, all right. I am going to zoom this out again a little bit. Place that right back right there, so you guys can have a little bit of a view what's going on. Closing that off right now, so you can actually see a little bit more. There you go. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Eventually, he did. He got booted from the tournament. But then again, I don't think he had any more matches to referee anyway. So yeah, I'll allow weirdos. Not sure why weirdos was, but Moist Sheep. Good to see you, buddy. Football is a bunch of weirdos who like a shower together after a silly game with a silly leather ball. Female footy much better than watch guys. Well, it's as I said, my friends. It's all down to personal taste, I think. And to be honest, football is not my biggest cup of tea anyway. It's yeah. I'm not that much into sports, so I'm not much of a sports guy anyway. I've always been a gamer, so yeah. Right, let's close that off. Let's do that. And now we are on course, heading back. And who is that? That's Stealth Wolf right there. Nice. All right, we're at 3,000 feet. Actually, I'm going to set my autopilot to 3,000 feet as well. Keep it there. I think that's kind of a nice altitude anyway. So that's being set right now, and let's, yeah, back to controls, all right, there we go. Flying is a sport too. Well, kind of depends. It can be. I mean, there are Reno races, for instance, which you can consider a sport. And you can do that in the sim as well, of course. Reno races is a thing. Unfortunately, it never really, and sorry for the pun, no pun intended, but it never really took off. I think it was one of the well, little babies of one of the guys at Asobo, actually. One of the other, I think it was the partner of Sebastian, actually, who wanted to get Reno racing in there. And unfortunately, it never really took off because, well, basically they botched up the whole lobby thing. If they actually made that, if they could add spectator view, that would be great. Reno racing itself in there as well, so the Reno racer, the way to race, and yeah, you know, that would actually, and a little bit more of an actual good leaderboard or something like that. I think Reno racing really could be a thing. They just need to redo a few things here and there to make it actually really good. But a spectator view, that will be awesome, because if you have a spectator view, you could have people watching it, you could have people commenting on it, that will be great. You can actually make a really cool sport out of that, I think. Especially on Twitch, I think it will be really spectacular. But unfortunately, it never really got off the ground. So yeah. And I think that's a bit of a shame. To be honest, I think that's a bit of a miss. Gliding should be in the Olympics. Is there a... Really? Is there a sport in gliding? As in is there a competition kind of thing going on there? I didn't know. I thought gliding was something you did for pleasure. Mostly. And for your own enjoyment. And not so much a sports kind of related... A competition related issue. A thing with that. That kind of surprises me. There is a gliding competition. Really? There is? Interesting. I did not know that. I just learned a new thing. Yay! Quite difficult too. I can imagine. How would that work? How would that work, actually? I have no idea. I'm learning new things here again. Cool. There's competition every year all over the world, really. So, but I mean, is that longest gliding distance, quickest routes? How? How does that work? I'm really intrigued, actually, how that works. By the way, let's make sure I actually reduce a little bit of the trim. Quickest to do a set route. Ah, so basically you... are you being then launched from a winch, or is that you're being launched from a plane and then you have to fly a certain route or something like that? But that will be something that will be really cool in Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. Why not implement that as well? You know? Set courses over a 7-day period. That sounds really awesome, actually. I mean, we have gliders these days. We can actually do that. So why not implement that? I think it would be a great addition. I mean, I think glider pilots would love to do that. And, I mean, with the current... If you are in VR, you could really come close to practicing, actually. They have to go over certain points, the quickest one wins, but they have to choose where they win, height, etc. together. Ah, interesting. It's not that they can just go straight. Yeah, no, it's not like in a straight line. You have to follow a certain set of waypoints at a certain height. Yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah, usually launched by a plane, then have 4 hours or so to start the task. Hour or so to start the task. That's really cool. That is actually really cool. I had no idea, and that's a worldwide thing. Incredible. That is so cool. I need to play catch up, by the way, with you guys. Know a guy who does it. Really? So all gliders can start at the same height. That is so cool. I really had no idea. I'm intrigued. I'm absolutely intrigued right now. That is so cool. So you have like, is that like a world champion thing or something like that? I mean, I know you have that. There are like, I know there was this Moist Sheep. I think you are the one who actually mentioned that with the glider that went up like 75,000 feet or something like that. When they were launched, I think that was in South America or something like that. Yeah, Argentina have Messi, yeah. I kind of want them to win for him. Yeah, well, after the Dutch match, I don't want him to win anymore, actually. I really like Messi, but after what he did on the Dutch match, he was kind of a jerk, actually. Yeah. And made a handsball, which should have gotten him a yellow card, which should have, in consequence, have gotten him a red card. So, yeah, but that's a whole thing. Yeah, it's... there's also a sim on the PC for those things. Fabio showed it a few times. Ah, yeah, I know there is a glider sim. Something like that. I know there is. Both my brothers do it. My older brother owns, well, that doesn't say, LS6. Okay, and my younger brother owns a DG101. Condor, yeah. You're right, Moonfall, yeah. That was, I think it was the Condor, indeed. You're right, that went up to 75,000 feet. Absolutely insane. I think it was the Condor 2 or something like that. Insane. Going up in a glider to 75,000 feet. And they used a special wind that occurs in South America or something like that to push it all the way up to 75,000 feet. Absolutely insane. Most players, when they get to the big stage, they can be jerked. Well, you know, it's the heat of the moment, I think, as well, Stealth Wolf. I think it's the heat of the moment, but yeah, you know, it was just, it was a really nasty match in the end anyway. I mean, I'm not saying the Dutch were saints, they weren't. Anything but. But yeah, I mean, kicking a ball straight into and hard into the Dutch dugout, that's something that's you don't do that. You know, it's childish. I get it when you get angry, and there's a lot at stake, of course. You know, I know, I get it, but you know, it's still just a game. Come on, you know, and you're representing your country and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, it's. And as I said, the Dutch weren't saints as well. I mean, they done a lot of. There was a lot of name calling and a lot of ish going on the field, on the pitch. It's, yeah, but you know, Be the bigger man. Don't do that. Just don't do that. It's so, yeah. And I get that the Argentinians were angry at the end. I know. I mean, in the 90th minute, in the last 10 seconds, actually, Netherlands came up to 2-2, a score of 2-2. So they had to go to had to go to extra time, and then eventually the Dutch lost on penalty. So yeah, I get it, but still. They use sky launch, a winch, a tug, and aircraft. No Cessnas, those. Ah. Interesting. That sounds really, really cool, actually. I mean, that could be done in Flight Simulator, couldn't it? I mean, everything's there right now. You could basically simulate that in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So why not jump onto that? I think, it would be really, really cool to do that. And there are so many options you can do already in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's face it. I mean, with things like NeoFly and stuff like that, you can basically turn Microsoft Flight Simulator into Euro Truck Simulator with wings. So yeah. They only have to get... Yeah, but that's true. But well, that's of course always a continuing thing in Microsoft Flight Simulator anyway. That's, yeah. Fabio compared Microsoft Flight Simulator soaring with Condor, and it's totally different and wrong. Yeah, but that's, if you have a dedicated a long-term simulator that's already great at what it's doing, and then something like gliders is being added to the platform that's Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course right now you will run into problems. And it doesn't surprise me that it's perfect, but at least it's currently possible, which means they can develop it and make it better. I mean, there are still so many things where we still want. I mean, weather radar, something simple as that, Abel. Weather radar, I mean, how long have you been crying out for that? How long? Basically, since I've known you. So needed to be correct for a competitive effect. That's true. Avold, I absolutely agree with you right there. Yeah, if you want to do it in a competitive setting, then yes. Yes. I agree. I absolutely agree. All right, my friends, we're back on course. We're on the purple line. Yay! And Shoni, are you officially purple lining? No, I am still, as you can see right here. Yay, I am flying. I'm flying. We're doing this manually, of course, but I am flying the purple line. You can do this, of course, quite easily with VOR stations and stuff like that. I mean, in this case, we are flying directly towards a VOR station. Just follow the 190 course all the way up to the VOR station. That is, let me see, where are we heading to? That is Sierra Alpha Bravo. Once you hit that VOR station, just fly away from that and give the reverse course on your VOR, and you're flying straight towards, of course, that is Delta November Charlie Alpha. So yeah, it's really that easy. But other than that, we are well, I am purple lining it, but it's a lot. It is flying manually. I'm still flying manually, as you can see. The Cub, my brothers, the club, sorry, not the Cub, but the club. The club my brothers fly from has over 1,000 members. Really, it's that popular. I thought it would be really niche. It's called the Lasham Gliding Center, open 7 days a week, all year round, and the world's largest based in southern UK. But then again, southern UK really has beautiful countryside for that as well, of course. So yeah, and a lot of airstrips actually. Especially left over from World War II. There are so many tiny airstrips out there. Disconnected the Alpha secretly. Yeah. Red card right there. Red card right there, buddy. There you go. Actually, I really want to do something, because is this the... Can I do it like that? Let's see. Does this work? Ha! Better! There we go! It works! Can I have a red card for fun? That one was for you, Stuarticus. That one was just for you. Just because you want one. Cheers, my friend. Barbecue beef, by the way. How are you doing in Montreal? How's the weather currently in Montreal? I think you're freezing right there. Don't mind me try to find a hippo. Ah, yeah. Stealth. That is not a landing strip. And there are no hippos there, buddy. Yeah, they're not there. You might find a hyena, a lion, stuff like that. -9, and sun just got up. Ooh, that's sad. That's nippy. That's nippy, buddy. Yes, indeed. Well, we are experiencing cold weather here in the Netherlands as well. Yes, we do. AJ, how are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Great to see you here this final week. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. The final week, yes, this is the final week, by the way, of work today. Was going to join you, but something has popped up. That's life, isn't it? It always just happens, and it's fine. It's fine. My friend, we will be here for years to come. You know that. So, we should be good. We should be good. And coming Friday, by the way, tomorrow we are continuing this flight, of course. But on Friday, we are actually going to fly currently from Schiphol, Amsterdam Airport, to Rovaniemi Airport in Finland. We're going to fly to the home of Santa, and we're going to do that in currently the Phoenix A320. So we tried to do, we've already done, of course, a commercial flight in the fly-by-wire. A320, I showed you, that was actually pre-last update. They updated it recently, so it got even better. Friday, I'll be there 100%. Excellent, buddy. Mom has been wrongfully accused of a serious crime. Oh, good lord, buddy. Just getting our evidence together. Oh no, my friend. Let's give AJ a little bit of good vibes right here, my friends. There you go, buddy. Good vibes to you. Hope you will be. Hope all will be fine. Hope all will be fine, my friend. I am so sorry to hear that. It can be extremely stressful. So yeah, good vibes to you, my friend. I think I was thinking about this today. The UK has been in the northern hemisphere for quite some time, but public transport still can't get through the winter without drama. Stewardicus, yeah, but the same holds true in basically every Western European country. Yeah. As soon as there is, as the temperature goes down below 0, and there is just one simple flake of snow, everything grinds to a halt. It's, Southern UK is still waiting to see some snow yet. Yeah. It's, well, yeah. Finland and Sweden, they seem to be okay. Yeah, but they are used to it, Stewardicus. They are like the masters of snow and ice. I mean, they from birth they know how to handle that stuff. All right, you're absolutely right. Excluding the Scandinavian countries. Yeah. Don't have the infrastructure and the mindset. UK. Well, the Netherlands as well, buddy. The Netherlands as well. So, yeah. I was trying to use the mountain as a ramp. That's just weird. Funny, but weird. But yeah, so we're going to fly the actual Phoenix. Of course, we a few weeks ago we in conjunction with Thrustmaster we did the fly-by-wire flight, and we flew from Hamburg all the way down towards Toulouse, which are both bases for the Airbus. So we flew the fly-by-wire one. They recently updated the fly-by-wire one, so if you want to fly that, that's absolutely fine. It's got a great new extra features. The features that you actually saw in the... because you have the stable version, the developer version, and the experimental version. The features that you saw on my stream in the developer version are now available as well in the stable version. So that's really cool. And we are going to... I'm going to fly the Phoenix version, which is a lot more advanced actually than the fly-by-wire version. It has VNAV and all that stuff, so it's we're going to but it also requires a little bit more programming, of course, of the MCDU. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. not that hard once you actually get the gist of it. And yeah, I heard you briefly talking about the World Cup. What is your opinion on England-France referee decision? The same as it is on the Dutch-Argentinian version. Yeah, basically there, AJ. It's. Let's just say currently the referees are, in my opinion, questionable. Let's keep it at that. Yeah, let's keep it at that, shall we? It's kind of questionable what's going on there. So yeah, world class. I'm Scottish, but yeah, it's a little bit questionable what's going on right there. So, but then again, you know, let's just face it, the entire Qatari World Cup is questionable. I mean, it's basically been bought. If you see that the previous bids were up to the money that was spent was up to $14 million, and Qatar for this World Cup basically spent $220 million. Yeah, they just bought it, and FIFA just wants to get this over with. You know, get it out of the system, get it over with, get out of Qatar, and let's be done with this. Yeah. Well, the FIFA, let's just say a lot of members actually got really rich of that decision. Yeah. It's not that strange that a lot of the top management positions in FIFA are currently under investigation. So, yeah. You know? I was rooting for the Netherlands so much. Love that injury time equality. Yeah, that was absolutely genius. But the thing is, AJ, that equalizer that happened at the last 10 seconds in injury time. It's very un-Dutch. That's not how we do. Usually we just give up. But the fact that they kept on going until the actual last second and equalized the score and pulled it into extra time, that was... I mean, I'm not impressed by the way the match was played. As I said, the Dutch weren't saints either. 18 yellow cards. It was a horrific match to watch, actually, especially the second half. First half was kind of okay. Second half was a drama, but you know, it's the fact that the Dutch just kept on fighting. I was really happy to see that. Finally, they were there. Yeah. We gave up before the World Cup began. Yeah. So yeah. Scotland can keep the snow for now. Indeed. Indeed, buddy. But yeah, it's so yeah, it's I think the FIFA is just very happy once the final match is played. Just get this stuff over with, you know. And if it's going to be Morocco or France, we're going to have to wait and see. To be honest, I hope. On the one hand, I'm rooting for Morocco. On the one hand, but yeah, it currently, especially in Western Europe, in the Netherlands, in Belgium, there are a lot of riots under young Moroccans going on. Either if the team wins or loses. So yeah, we're not that. There's a lot of rioting going on currently under the youth, and I don't get it. You know, you're supporting your team. It's yeah. Would be nice to see an EU team in the final. Yeah, but the only option there will be France, basically. I mean, and that is going to be decided tonight. So it's going to be decided tonight to see what's going to happen. So it's either France or Morocco. If Morocco wins, then they're in the final with Argentina, basically. So yeah. But it's been really strange. I mean, Portugal was kicked out, Germany was kicked out. I mean, it's Spain lost from Spain did. I think Germany lost from Japan or something like that. It really didn't make any sense. It really didn't make any sense. The fact that the Dutch got this far, I know, it kind of amazes me. It kind of amazes me. It has been a very strange World Cup this year. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen with the FIFA and everything. But yeah. I hope you didn't catch the flu because I did never. My fever peaked at 39.1. Super Typhoon. Yes, I did catch the flu actually last week. Yes, I did. Are you flying at half speed? Even with mine doing on 100, you're not catching up. I am flying at currently at 114 knots. So yeah. I'm flying at 114 knots. I'm not flying at half speed. I'm just not catching up. Not sure what's going on. Let's see. Do I have? No, I have tailwind. I have a 5-knot tailwind. So yeah. And I am actually on. Well, I forgot to actually change the mixture. Whoops. Yep. Forgot that. Right there. That one. Yeah. But that shouldn't really actually do a lot for the speed. So let's see if I can set the trim to about 3%. Level out a little bit. But yeah, I am trying to catch up, but I should be slowly but steadily catching up. I should slowly but steadily be catching up. But yeah, last week I got the flu actually, so that's the reason why we didn't do these flights right now that we are doing. Of course, these flights should have actually been finished last week, and we should have now been somewhere way more south in Africa actually. It's going to be a really strange flight actually when we are going to head over. Let me show you guys. You know what? I'm going to set the autopilot right now. Let me show you what's going on. Edge browser, right there. Oop, there we go. All right. So, hey Sandy, good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? Maps.google.com. There we go. And let's over to Nigeria. Oh, all right. So, we are going to fly towards Sao Tome and Principe, but we are going to fly over this tiny little island right here. And we're going to do a landing at Malabo. Malabo, funnily enough, is the capital of Equatorial Guinea. So, that's kind of strange already. So we have the capital of Equatorial Guinea, that's on that tiny little island right here. Malabius. Yeah, and that's a red card, of course. Hey, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. So we are going to continue all the way towards that island, then head back over Libreville, which is the capital of Gabon, flying back towards Guinea, and then heading into Cameroon to fly to the Central African Republic. From the Central African Republic, we're going to fly into Republic of Congo, and then we can move on to the Democratic Republic of Congo. So it's kind of messy here with all the tiny little countries here. So it was kind of a puzzle for me to figure out okay, so if we head south, if we head to this part, how do I get in one straight line or to all the other countries? Of course, we do not need to go there. We are avoiding that. We've been there. So, yeah, basically what we're doing is we are flying down towards the capital of Equatorial Guinea without actually flying over the mainland part of it. Heading over towards Sao Tome and Principe, which is a country. This is a country. We are then heading towards Gabon. Gabon, Libreville, which is the capital of Gabon. Then flying up towards Equatorial Guinea over it's called Ciudad de la Paz, which is really strange. This is actually the new capital they're building. Who knew? There is a new capital. They're building that actually. We're going to fly over it. Allison, how are you doing? So much montage. Indeed. How are you doing? Thank you very much for that sub, my dear. Mwah. By the way, my friends, if you do not know, please, 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 please follow Alison Johnson. She is such a lovely person. Alison _ Johnson. There you go. By the way, Ali, what are you doing today? These days, are you still? Because you did actually start a new flight, didn't you? A new project. So that's really cool. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're really doing well. So yeah. Sounds like the route will take you long. You're going to be old and grey before you get it done. Well, Joe, it's worse than that. Because eventually, I mean, yeah, we just did Europe and we are now flying over Africa right here. We're actually in this part of Africa right. So we did all this and we are actually now currently here. So we are making progress. Kind of depends on how you look at it. But yeah, 2019, the world's shortest international flight was from the Republic of Congo to the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'll believe that. We're recreating the flight of Lady Mary Heath from Cape Town to Croydon. Took her 3 months. Wow. In what plane is that, by the way, Ali? In what plane is that? You're always flying these very cool old vintage planes. I love that. The route takes off from Brazzaville in the ROC and lands around 10 minutes later in Kinshasa. That is cool. All in, the route is just 13 nautical miles long. Hilarious. So it's actually 26 kilometers. An Ants airplane DH-82A Tiger Moth. I have to look that up, Ali. I have to look that up. A DH-82 Tiger Moth. There we go. Boop. Wow. The Havilland Tiger Moth. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. She's flying in that. Best $14.99 you'll spend. I'll keep an eye out for that one, Alison. As soon as it becomes, as soon as I get a little bit more of my spending money, then yeah, I will be getting my hands on it. I'll promise. promise. That is, it looks so cool. I love these old planes. So cool to do it like that. But also very hard. Very hard. It's not easy. But yeah, it's really strange because this capital of Equatorial Guinea is actually in construction right now. So we're going to fly in a straight line all the way to, I think it's like Bifram right here in all the way here from Libreville, we're flying in a straight line to Bifram over the capital. There is no airport there actually currently. Otherwise we would have landed there, but there isn't. Well, there is one and there isn't. It's really strange. So once we've done that, we can actually go into Cameroon, to Yaoundé, which is the capital. And then we can fly to Central Africa. So we will be flying a little bit of the while all the way into the inlands of Africa, deeper into Africa actually. Flying over the Central CRA and then the Republic of Congo itself, of course. And then heading all the way back towards the coastline. Then moving all the way up towards Angola, Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, Lesotho, etc., etc., etc. We are flying over these tiny little townships as well, of course. Trying to see if we can fly over things like, well, Cape Town is, of course, one we are going to do. We are going to fly, I'm going to look for Bloemfontein, looking for Joburg, of course, in Pretoria. Then heading up to Botswana, Zimbabwe, back all the way along the coastline. Flying over here to the Comores, which is a separate country as well. Then heading up towards Madagascar, flying around that, Réunion, and then heading up towards the Seychelles. And actually, there are a few tiny little islands which we can do a few stops right there. There are actually airports there. So they're tiny. You cannot land a commercial plane there, but you can land something like the Cessna 172 right there. So I'm trying to go and see if I can do that flight in one go. That will be a 5-hour flight. Back and forth again. And then all the way, of course, up towards towards the Middle East and onwards towards the rest of the world. So basically, that's what we are going to do. This is not an exact science right here. This is not an exact line that we are flying. We are, just flying around here and trying to see if we can actually do it like that. So, actually, now I'm thinking we could do it like that. Huh. We could actually fly right here. And then... Shoni just got a brainwave. Yep, Shoni just got a brainwave. Actually, I already planned this out much more perfectly than I ever could. So, I'm such a noob. Anyway, pro streamer right here. Anyway, it's going to be pretty insane. Has anyone ever gotten to every country in the world in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Oh, I bet they have. Yeah. Only equatorial guinea pigs. That is a red card right there. Well done. Next month he has to pay his mod with his spending money. I heard. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. As soon as Twitch pays out, which they still haven't done. So yeah, you're insane for taking this challenge, but also having great fun. I bet. Indeed, my friend. Indeed, it's I mean, it's so much fun to actually have a planned project like this, which covers me for at least several years. I mean, this is just several years in the making, and you know, people come and people go, and they join me, and sometimes they leave again. That's absolutely fine. It's just a lot of fun, you know. I know you did. I can smell the rubber from all the way here in the UK. So yeah. Do you see the Seychelles by the seashore? Again, red card. Rookie, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Ooh, we're on the final sip. Yes, we are. Final sip after this hydrate, my friends. The final sip, and then we're on to the bottle of water. So yeah, right now I'm going off autopilot again. There's the bing, bing, bing. Anyway, let me see. There we go. Alright. So, your mug's getting smaller each stream. Well, the thing was, of late, actually, Stealth, I actually got a little bit of stomach problems, and they were kind of related to stress on the one hand, but also a little bit too much of this. So, I'm cutting down a little bit on the coffee. My greatest love. So I can at least have my first cup in the morning. No, it's fine. Once once in a while I have that thing. I just need to cut down for a few months, and then it's fine again. So I can pick it up again. Playing with two streamers, you and two at Thomas World. Well, that's good, buddy. That is good to hear. Hope you are enjoying yourself right there, Sandy. Hope you are enjoying yourself. But yeah, once in a while, I just need to pick it up again, and it's fine. It's no biggie. It's no biggie. We are now, by the way, actually nearing the Niger River. The Niger River is actually right there. That is a part of the Niger Delta that goes all the way down. Coffee time, indeed, my friend. No, not the coffee. I know, right? I know. Absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific, but it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. It will be absolutely fine. Have you seen the Line project in Saudi Arabia? Yes, I have, actually. The 170-kilometer long smart city. I have seen it. It's absolutely insane. Just a sec, my friends. Just a sec. All right. Sorry. Little bit of info right there for me. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. There we go. All right. So there we are. Let's see a little bit more like that. There we go. Yeah, 170 kilometers long. It's absolutely insane there, AJ. It's absolutely insane. They're building... I think it should be done in like 2025 or something like that. Really, really quickly. But then again, where are they getting the people from and how are they building it that quick? You know, with all the Qatari things that were going on, it's like, Just got back from walking my Siberians. My male is mad at me because I called him fat. Forgot he's just husky. Wow, Italian Yank fan. Wow. It's raining red cards today. It's raining absolutely red cards today. Well played, sir. Well played. But yeah, it's as I said, my friends. Absolutely insane that that project. It's pretty intense, to be honest. Pretty intense. Yeah. Kind of amazing, actually. So, yeah. Let me see. What am I doing? Yep, I need to do that. I need to do this. I need to do that. Boop, I'm back on course. All right. So let's head up to about 3,000 feet. Should be more than enough. Of course, we're now currently nicely cruising away towards Sierra Alpha Bravo. Sierra Alpha Bravo. Actually, we could have a little bit of fun and look that up. Sierra Alpha Bravo. Let's see what the information is right there. So that is, it should be a VOR, if I'm not mistaken, on 11.6. So if we go to here, then let's go to, you know what, I'm setting it back to autopilot. And the nav should be 11.2. Yes, enter. All right, and let's set that to active. So now we did pick it up right there. There it is. Right, back off autopilot again. And if we now switch our CDI, OBS, VOR station is currently at 190. So if I set that course 1 to 19, whoa, 190. On top of it, there you go. Easy as that, and you're flying VOR. So yeah, a little bit of fun. That's how you do the VOR bit. Pretty easy actually. So yeah, it's good the way you can type in or a flight level. It's really handy. It's really nice, and of course the NXI makes it so much easier anyway. So yeah, the fact that we now actually have the NXI is really nice. Let's go back to nav again. There we go. Alright, GPS. Let's get off roll. There we go. It does. It really does. It's so much easier, so much nicer. So yeah. How long do you reckon until landing? We'll try to join. I think we will be up in the air for at least another hour and a half. Something like that. Yeah. Something, I think an hour and a half, something like that. So, at least. So, I think the landing will be around 4:30 in the afternoon Central European Standard Time. So, that's 3:30 Zulu. Yeah. That's 15:30 Zulu. Something like that. Or GMT, for that matter. GMT and Zulu are, well, practically the same thing. I wouldn't say the same thing, but practically the same thing. So yeah. Predicts was on the well played, sir. AJ, you actually picked it up. Usually there's quite a contest getting the swaddle nerve right now. But no, today you are the man, the dude. All right. I enjoy a G&T. Well, you could say you're sailing. You could say you're sailing. You're actually not, of course. But yeah, drinking and flying, I don't think it's allowed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not allowed. All right, my friends. So still flying over this beautiful countryside. Hey, barbecue beef right there in the distance as well. Hello, my friend. Hello, hello, hello. And we are heading south. I got distracted. Currently heading towards the VOR Sierra Alpha Bravo. Let's see what actually is the nearest airport. I think there aren't that many, to be honest. Well, actually, that is Delta November 51. Delta November 51, but that's 9 times out of 10 you can say that is a military airport. So, yeah, basically off limits for us. Ashley, how are you doing? Where's this ocean view in the title? Coming up, my dear. It will take a little bit of while, but we will be landing near the ocean. Yes, landing near the ocean. So we're heading towards the ocean, actually. Well enough. I'm doing a lot better since last week. I am doing a whole lot better since last week. Yeah, had a little bit of the flu, which was really annoying. But yeah, sometimes that just happens, my friends. That just happens. Fun fact, Shoni is taking this trip to smuggle Peter Piper's pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper's pack pepper. Yeah, that one. Good to hear you much better. Thank you very much. Yes, I am. Feeling a whole lot better, thank goodness. Yeah. Don't land in the ocean. Well, in theory, if I had my floaties, I could. Aha. Then again, I don't have my floaties, as you can see. So, yeah, there will be no ocean landing today. No ocean landing today. Maybe, because there are, of course, in Canada, there are a lot of airports on the water. We could do a few water landings there as well. Just to, shake it up a little. That will be cool. But that will be a long while away, of course. A long while away. Yeah, if there are ocean landings, we could do that. Do arm floaties work? Yeah, they work. In the ocean. Yeah, you can land in the ocean, on the ocean, basically, but you can't land on it. I've done it, actually. So, yeah. It kind of depends on how hard the wind is, how many knots of wind you actually have, because there is a limit. But yeah, you can land in the ocean. It's if you have floaties on, no problem. Just make sure you don't extend your gear. You're fine. Land on the floaties, take off again. Absolutely fine. Works like a charm. And of course, we have done so in I think in the Kodiak as well. No, not the Kodiak. X-Cub. I think the X-Cub, yeah. And if you don't have the floats on, well, basically then you're ditching. Yeah, you're ditching. And I've actually done that as well. Fun fact, I did that. Yes, as a training, I did that. So, I think nearly a year ago, we did a little bit of emergency takeoff and landing training. And I actually landed in a field near Lelystad, and of course we have a lot of water there. Well, what you actually do is you don't land in the middle of well, if you don't have a choice, you don't have a choice. Let's face it. But if you try to ditch your airplane and you're near land, it sometimes can be the better option, funnily enough. Sometimes it is the better option actually to ditch your plane into the ocean, because I think Fabio talked about this a while ago, where it was mentioned that if you have a choice between landing on a highway, for instance, or landing on an ocean strip right next to it, or in the ocean right next to it, on a beach, or in the water on the beach, landing in the water would be the better choice. funnily enough, there is a higher survivability chance to land, to ditch your plane in the water than actually land it on land on, for instance, something like a highway. Because, yeah, ditching isn't, it can be very tricky, but yeah. Well, you're always going for your life, of course. The plane doesn't really matter that much. That sounds really strange, but in an emergency situation, the only thing that counts is your life, of course. So, yeah, basically that should be kind of your first priority. Yeah, the rest comes after that. Your life, the life of your passengers, and then the plane really doesn't matter that much. But yeah, it's because if you're landing on a highway, you have to deal with things like cars, signs, traffic lights, you name it, all those things. And if you're landing in the ocean next to a beach, there's a lot less of that. So there's a bigger chance you actually might survive. Yes, your plane will actually, of course, be ruined. Of course it will be, but there's a good chance it will be ruined anyway when you're landing on a highway as well. The chances are much higher of power lines, exactly. Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, we recently there has been an accident where a pilot flew into power lines. It's yeah. At that point, use the parachute. It's no longer a good plane. Well, there are actually planes that come equipped with a parachute. So yeah, traffic lights are a bummer. Yeah, especially if you run a red light with a landing plane. Yeah, that could be an issue. Let's just say that could be an issue. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, it is very it is something to think about. Actually, it is something to think about if you are actually flying a plane, and certainly planes like this. I mean, do you get a traffic ticket for that? Probably. Probably. But if you're flying a single engine plane like this, it is something to consider. If the engine goes, it's gone. I mean, there's nothing to back this up anymore. So yeah, it's also, I think, one of the reasons why you aren't actually really. I mean, you are allowed to fly, of course, over ocean patches in single engine planes, but you need to take a lot of precautions. You have to have a special radio with you. You have to have special gear with you. You have to have life vests and even a raft with you as well. So yeah, that will be just my luck. Exactly. Exactly. But there's a lot to take into consideration where you're flying a single engine airplane over a large body of water, you know? It's like, yeah, things could go really, really wrong. Well, it's not actually landing, barbecue beef, it's actually not landing on the beach, but in the water near the beach. So once you actually crashed in the water near the beach, you get out of your plane and then, you know, swim up to the beach. So yeah, steer into the water. Well, yeah, the thing is, usually there are always people on the beach, you know, and animals on the beach. So you really don't want to land on the beach specifically. Don't do what Amelia did and threw out her life raft. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Landing on sand is hard. It is. It is. It's a lot harder actually than landing on water, funnily enough. Apparently. I'm no expert. I'm far from it. This is just what I've heard. But your wheels will dig in and you flip you. Exactly. Exactly, Ali. Exactly. That's the thing. You actually, when you land on soft sand, your plane digs in and you will be flipped. If you land on water, yes, of course, you will be buffeted, but you're much safer to land actually on water. Yeah. Well, you don't, of course, you want to land as slow, ditch as slowly. You're not landing anymore. Let's face it, you're not landing anymore. When you're ditching in water, you're not landing. But Jimmy Angel found that out landing on Angel Falls. I mean, yeah. Sully made it work. Exactly, he made it work. Yeah, but let's just face it, guys. What Captain Sully did was nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of amazing. Landing in the Hudson with the Airbus, that was insane. Insane. Not many make it work, exactly. But the thing is, I think also, Ali, I mean, it's not something you can really train for. And not only that, but you cannot. It's hard to actually train how you will react as a person in a emergency situation, and that's different for everyone. It's different for everyone. Some people panic, some people freeze, some people become cold as ice and do what they need to do. But you will only figure out what happens once you actually end up in a situation like that. So then you will figure out what person you're actually made of. Yeah, stealth, me too, actually. Yeah. Not bluffing or anything or claiming, but I'm actually pretty calm. Yeah. To be fair, Sully saved a lot of lives that day. Joe, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Sully saved the entire, all souls on board, basically. He saved everyone. He saved everyone. That could have gone horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Because there was no way he could reach an airport anymore. There was no way. Very good movie. Sully, go check it out with Tom Hanks. Of course, it's dramatized, of course, but it's a very good movie. Go check it out. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. Departure route was designated by some smart people to. True. No other safe place to land other than the Hudson. Italian Yank fan, yeah. Basically, that. I mean, where would you land in the middle of New York City? Where? I mean, Central Park? No. No, that's no place to land. That's you cannot land there. There are only basically two ways you could go. So, I mean, there are, of course, a lot of alternate airports. There are a lot of airports in the area, of course. But if you are on takeoff, I mean, you're not really at a gliding height. You really can't make that. You have to make quick decisions right there. I mean, can my plane make it this far? Yes or no? A pilot always has an alternate plan for emergencies. It's easier to plan for an emergency than react to one. That barbecue beef, you're right. You're absolutely right. Indeed, you have to have an alternate. You have to know what's going on. And especially in commercial planes, pilots are constantly trained for that on simulators and stuff like that. So yeah. Plan to fail rather than plan to plan. Fail to plan. Yeah, that's true. That's why arrival departure for KJFK and KLGA go over the water as much as possible. True, but the same holds true here in the Netherlands, Rookie. The same holds true in the Netherlands. If you actually take a good look of the approach routes, the stars, the standard arrivals, you see that a lot of them are actually situated around cities but over a lot of water. And let's face it, in the Netherlands we have a lot of water. So yeah. Same thing holds true right here. And most airports actually take that into account, of course, if they can. If they can. ATS is trained for all emergencies and really the only lifeline for a pilot. True. Barbecue beef, absolutely true. Absolutely true. That is absolutely true. But the pilots themselves do those training as well. They do those exact trainings as well. So you're constantly being updated, constantly need to train and yeah. So you're always working to enhance your skill set as a pilot. And that makes sense. You have the lives of everyone behind you in your hands. So yeah, you have to know what you're doing. And to be honest, to be fair, in the past, I myself, before I started flying Microsoft Flight Simulator again and stuff like that, I myself always said, well, pilots are nothing more than glorified bus drivers, stuff like that. Yeah. No, they're not. They're absolutely not. They're absolutely not. It's I've really, really, really come back from that one. Yeah, especially if you see all the procedures that they have to go to, all the training that they have to go to, all the physicals they have to go through. It's they have to constantly be updated. So it's kind of amazing. Stop Fear, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the cabin crew, buddy. You can get right back here, right in the back, right there. It's kind of snug right there. We have a few people in there as well, but it's fine, you know. It's all good. Just don't touch the buttons. Don't touch the buttons there, Stop Fear. Yeah. But hello, welcome to the cabin crew, my friend. Hope you are enjoying yourself. So yeah. The Phoenix A320 Shawnee livery, that goes in community folder. Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Absolutely it does. Boss has no mixer and flaps lever. True. True. You're absolutely right. Yep. Can't deny that one there, rookie. Can't deny that one. But yeah, no, I made that mistake in the past as well. I really admit that. I really do. You know, I made that mistake. And I came back from that one pretty quickly once I started to do stuff like this and actually learn what they actually all had to do. So yeah, quantity picture, absolutely no problem, buddy. If it's in there, you can actually start to select it as well. So I think with the PNDG, you actually have to use the installer and install the files for the PNDG planes. There's a special installer, of course, which you have, which you can use for deliveries as well. You have to import those basically, but the deliveries for the Phoenix, you can just simply put them in the community folder and you should be good. Honestly, buses don't have autopilot either, so they have to concentrate more. Well, yeah, yeah, that's true as well, of course. The day a bus has an autopilot, I'll start walking again. Yeah, well, maybe not. I mean, I have had some bus drivers, and I was wondering where the hell they ever got their driver's license, to be honest. So, yeah. I mean, hashtag just saying. You know, it's, I mean, to each their own, but some of them were, and I've been in buses that were, where the drivers were somewhat questionable. I saw that too. Tesla put Steam in their cars, playing video games whilst driving. Actually, no, Italian Yank fan. As far as I can tell, it only turns on when you are when you have the car parked. So you can only play Steam games in your Tesla when the car is parked, not when you're driving. I think there was a game in there which you could already play, and they had to remove that actually because people were playing it while they were driving on autopilot. So yeah, no, not when it's on autopilot. Nope, nope. That's the reason why they had to remove the other. I think it was something like Solitaire or something like that, or Minesweep or something like that. It was something like that. I'm pretty sure, and they had to remove that. So that is, I think that's only available now as well if your car is in parked mode, and Steam as well. But guys, come on, playing Steam in your car, honestly. John Twitch, how are you doing there? How are you doing? Love the nature in Nigeria. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful, my friend. I mean, look at that. Yeah, we have Steam now, exactly. But yeah, why? Why? The Niger River, by the way, right there. We have the Niger River. I have a controller in my glove box. Ali, I absolutely salute you. Absolutely salute you. It's, yeah. On the one hand, I think it would be really, really cool. But on the other hand, I think it will be taking a little bit too far. Yeah, even for my standards, it's like, good lord. 20 to 30 minutes of charging time, wait time, quick time for a game. Actually, Ali, now I'm really curious. Does it also have cloud saving? Because, hey, if I'm playing in my car, I want to continue on my computer. So, does it have cloud saving? It does! It does! Genius! Genius, genius, genius. We also have YouTube, Twitch, Netflix, and Disney Plus. Oh, good lord. Oh, good. But can you actually stream things like Netflix while you're driving? Is that an option? The car has its own internet connection. That's insane. I have a 4090 in my glove box. Makes the engine run faster. Oh, more fuel per second? Basically. Only when while parked. Yeah, exactly. The same thing, of course, holds true with Steam and everything else. But yeah, okay, genius, absolute genius. Well, hey, it's while you're charging up, you can watch Wednesday. I mean, for instance. By the way, awesome show, awesome show. Me and the missus binged it completely while we were sick. So yeah, had a great laugh. Loved Wednesday. But yeah, it's I could never get my Tesla, get a Tesla. In my personal opinion, don't trust the technology that much. Well, yeah, you know that's it is still growing. Of course, it's. I think the Teslas are still somewhat early adopter, but you know the electric vehicle technology is getting better and better, more and more advanced. So yeah, and of course, yeah. Well, if hey, we had a breakthrough now in nuclear fusion actually. So who knows? You know, energy prices might come down in a few decades time. Who knows? Who knows? 4090 makes the road graphics look better when bad weather. RTX on. Driving and playing games, that's definitely a red card and not fun one. No. But Joe Fox, you cannot drive and play games actually. It's not possible. Unless you have a Switch or something like that or a Steam Deck. That's an option, but yeah. In Liverpool, that will be a game changer. Or should that be a game charger? Musk needs to sell more cars as he has slipped to second richest man. Yeah. Ali! Jeez! Oh my lord, thank you very much for that support. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, you're an absolute doll. Thank you. Happy Crimbo. Well, indeed. And on Friday, Ali, we are actually doing a commercial flight. Would you believe it? Shoney Gaming going commercial. We're going to do I will redeem that final sip. Finally, someone. You're absolutely amazing, my dear. You're a legend. An absolute legend, indeed. Let me see. Burning Way PT, Dr. No Thumb, John Twitch, Obstinous, Weem. Weem, why are you... What's going on? Klepto XL, Scooter just got a sub. Max Lightweight, Uncle Puh, and Bad Turbulence all got subbed. Thank you right there. I was still on the final sip. I was waiting for it. But yeah, Ali, I'm going to do a commercial flight coming Friday. We're going to take off in the Phoenix A320 and fly from Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam Airport, you know the place as no other, of course, and fly all the way up towards Rovaniemi in Finland. We're going to fly, of course, to Santa Town. Friday will be my final flight of the week. Of the year, actually. I'm going to take the last 2 weeks of the year. I'm going to take that off. Need to have a bit of dental work done as well. So, yay, looking forward to that one. But thank God it's before Christmas, not after. So that's a good thing. But yeah, Aham, does that come with a plug? It does. It does, yeah. But yeah, we're going to look, and we're going to really look forward to it, yeah. Fun fact, Johnny, I've never heard you speaking Dutch. Bij deze, dit is Nederlands. That was a little bit Dutch. I mean, actually what I said was, this is Dutch. So, yeah. It's very similar, actually, to Danish and German. Yeah, kind of similar to it, so yeah. Ask and you shall receive, indeed. But, yeah, it's... You speak English like Ramsey. Not sure if that's a compliment, actually, but hey, there you go. And I'm thinking you're talking about Gordon Ramsay. But yeah, it's we're going to do a commercial flight on Friday. Of course, we're going to do the entire flight plan, program, of course, the MCDU completely from scratch. Make sure all you guys can see what I'm doing right there. I did kind of the same thing 2 weeks ago with the fly-by-wire A320. We're going to do the exact same thing, but then with the Phoenix A320, which is much more advanced. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I've been flying the A320 offline quite a bit, actually. Well, off-stream, actually. Not to say offline, but off-stream. Having a lot of fun with that thing. So it's yeah, it's a great plane to fly. Really, really worth the 40 bucks that it's currently still going for. So if you want a very, very good commercial plane, go check out the Phoenix A320. You will not be disappointed. Definitely not. So yeah. Stimmt, Deutsch ist gleich zum Dutch. Yeah, well, by the way, it's in German, it's actually Niederländisch. Yeah. Gordon, because you speak English like you're from England or USA. Well, thank you very much there, Aviator Jan. Yeah, well, that's the Dutch. Actually, in the Netherlands, a lot of people actually talk Dutch. We do have a bit of an accent, yes, which is kind of exaggerated by, for instance, the Vager. Yes, of course, we all know the Nederlander, exactly. Yeah, Nederlander, exactly. So yeah, it's but. Dutch is very similar, actually, to German. So, yeah. It is. Better than Shoney's Flight and the Hot Tub Channel. Good lord. There you go. Goedemorgen. Goedemorgen. Well, actually, it's Goedemorgen with a hard G. So, yeah, you have to, like scraping your throat. That's the thing, yeah. DC. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Were you doing an impression of Goldmember? Yeah, I was doing an impression of Goldmember. Yes! I love gold! Yes! Oh, that's Chiquita. That's so creepy. And funny at the same time. Let's face it. So, well spotted there, DC. Well spotted. That was some good phlegm. I know, right? Just know a few Dutch people and I learned a word or two. So that was about 90% of my Dutch. Usually it's how to say hello and how to swear. So if you want to say hello, goedemorgen, or hello, actually, hello, which is the same thing. And if you want to swear, godverdomme. Which is goddammit, basically. Yeah. So I'm now teaching you actually how to swear in Dutch. If you hear something like that, godverdomme, yeah. Someone is not happy. Beer, please. Dog's breath. In the Netherlands, you can actually just order. Fun fact: if you go to Amsterdam as a Dutch person, so as a Dutch citizen citizen of the Netherlands, and I go to a bar or a cafe in Amsterdam, I have to order in English. I'm not kidding. I have to order in English. They don't understand Dutch. Not kidding. A lot of cafes do, but a lot of cafes actually have foreign people working who don't speak Dutch. Where I live in my hometown, this is actually now happening as well. It's really weird. It's really strange, but it's absolutely true. I cannot order in Dutch in some cases. I have to order in English because they simply don't understand me. It's so there's that. So yeah, if you are a English-speaking person in the Netherlands, you will not have any problem ordering anything or talking to anyone. Just start talking in English; they will understand you. Nine times out of 10, they will understand you. I'm not kidding. It's basically a second language, and everyone has to learn. I think English is now taught at on basic school. So kids from 6-7 years of age now learn English as well already. So that's normal here. That's absolutely normal. Never had a problem using English anywhere I've been. No, that's true. Well, there are a few places. I mean, certain parts of France, yeah, no English, nothing. Certain parts of Germany as well, by the way. So there are a few. Italy can be kind of shaky, kind of depends. So it's not English everywhere, but yeah, in the Netherlands, no worries whatsoever. Trust me. So yeah, I don't swear in English, so certainly not going to learn how to swear in Dutch. Just saying. Excellent, buddy. Excellent. I heard they understood English in certain parts of Amsterdam. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that as I said, I cannot order in Dutch. I cannot cannot place my order in Dutch in certain bars in Amsterdam. I just can't. They don't understand it. They just, I have to order it in English. Really strange. But absolutely true. That's the wallet. The wallet where everything is 50 euros. Wow. Red card right there. Red card right there, Avold. Wow. Still trying to catch up like crazy, by the way, but yeah. So yeah, it's that exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah. By the way, the Wallen is actually the red light district. For those that do not know, the red light district in Amsterdam by the Dutch is called the Wallen. And it's basically because, yeah, it's the part where most of the sailors actually came ashore on Wall. As in Wall Street, Waalstraat, yeah, stuff like that. So yeah. In Holland, they always watch TV in English with subtitles. Der Joker. Der Joker, I am guessing, du sprichst ein bisschen Deutsch, yeah? Der Joker, I mean, that was a hint right there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We have, there you go. We don't have, we have the, if you're watching English, if you're watching Dutch TV and you have an English series, it's not translated. As in most countries in Europe, in Germany, I think in France and in Spain as well, most series are actually translated. In the Netherlands, it's not. You just get subtitles. So you have to either learn how to read and understand it, or learn the language. It's, yeah. But you're absolutely right, Joker. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's all subtitled. So also that's also one of the reasons why a lot of kids at an early age actually learn quite quickly how to speak English, because it's all in English anyway. So yeah. 50 euros used to be 20 Deutschmarks in my day. Wow, that was a long time ago there, Dog's Breath. But that was in Germany, hence the Deutschmarks. They took Deutschmarks in Amsterdam. Yeah, they basically take any kind of money they can. We're Dutch. What do you think? Connect the dots there, DC. Connect the dots. What was the Dutch currency? What was the Dutch currency called? It was actually the gulden, yeah, or guilder. The guilder or gulden in Dutch it was called gulden. Yeah, and before that it was actually the florijn or florin. 50 euros, 25 Deutschmarks. Actually, it was it the other way around? Wasn't that the other way around there, Joker? Wasn't it actually 100 Deutschmarks was actually 50 euros? I mean, that's how I think the guilder and the Deutschmark were actually at that time about the same price, if I'm not mistaken. So it was basically 100 guilders was, yeah, exactly. No, don't worry, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Oh my God, I'm sharp today. I'm sharp as a nut. Yes, I am. But yeah, it was like, yeah, 100 Deutschmarks or 100 guilders were actually 50 euros. So yeah, 2 to 1, basically 2 to 1. Actually, remember the introduction and everything. It was kind of okay actually. It went off without a hitch. It went off without a hitch. Yeah, that was really, at least in the Netherlands. So yeah, other than that, the prices were basically doubled in a day. So yeah, if you paid two guilders 50 for a beer, you actually paid €2.50 for a beer the next day. So it went up double in price, and then nobody ever went to a cafe anymore. So a lot of cafes closed, and they were like, oh my God, don't know what's going on. Well, actually, you double the prices overnight. So, you know, that's the thing. I mean, yeah. If you screw me over, I want to be kissed on both cheeks. Thanks. That idea. So yeah. Early 70s, it was £1 to 8 Deutschmark. Yeah, but then again, the pound has gone A long way there, Dog's Breath. A long way, yeah, unfortunately. Everyone thought everything would cost half as much, but unfortunately everything became twice as expensive. Joker, exactly. Exactly. Same thing happened in Germany as well. Well, basically it happened everywhere where they introduced the euro, so yeah. Luckily, that wasn't the case in Belgium. One day, since €1 was 40 Belgian francs. Ah, well, that's true. So yeah, but you're absolutely right there, Joker. I completely agree. It was pretty intense at that time, but yeah. But it worked. I mean, the euro for a long time was a very stable currency. So yeah, even though it has its ups and downs, but still, I think it's a very good currency. And I'm happy actually because it's a lot easier to actually go abroad in Europe and actually spend your money. I mean, it's my euro is the same as it is in the Netherlands as it is in Spain or in Italy or France or Germany for that matter. So yeah. Never experienced the currency switch. It's really weird. It is so strange because the thing is, DC, you shouldn't do it, but you're always trying to convert it back into the old currency. And trust me, most Europeans have done this for at least 10 years. At least 10 years. The euro was introduced in 2000, and by 2010, people were still converting it back to their own currency. So either Deutschmark, Guilder, French franc, whatever, stuff like that. It's constantly that conversion that was going on in your head, and it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. It's really strange. When they switched, I could buy a big beer for €1. These days, 4 or 5. Yeah, Avold, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know what's funny? I've been to a handful of European countries, only used euro in Italy. Really? Deutschmark was the best. A Deutschmark was a Deutschmark, but that's the same thing with the Guilder as well. There, Joker. The Guilder was an incredibly stable currency. It was incredibly stable. So yeah, but it was 20 years ago. I can't. It's gone. It's no longer there. It will never come back, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm fine with the euro right now. It's absolutely fine. So yeah. I had to go through the sterling change to decimal. Awful excuse to put up the prices. Then came the euro. Glad we missed that one. Well, I mean, dog's breath. I mean, as I said, there were a lot of people opposed to the euro. But in the end, I think, to be honest, it kind of worked out. It kind of worked out for the best, to be honest. Weird that the euro and the US dollars are roughly at parity right now, but that's simply because of inflation and stuff that's going on. Of course, the war in the Ukraine, energy prices that are going up. So the euro has come down quite a lot, actually, which was the intention of Putin anyway. That was his intention, wage a energy war on the world, on Europe. He wants to break up Europe. That's his absolute intention. Putin wants to break up Europe. He has a playbook for that. He created that in the 80s. So yeah. And that's absolutely true. I'm not kidding. He actually wrote a book on how to break up Europe. It's exactly what he's now doing. So he's just following his playbook that he invented like 30 years ago. And he really doesn't like the power of Europe. Europe is one of the most powerful. If Europe ever were to work together as a coherent nation, basically, as one nation, I think we could give the US a run for their money. I mean, Russia, who cares? I mean, sorry, but yeah, their economy would falter immediately. I'm absolutely sure of that. I hope most Europeans feel the same as you. I'm really worried that Germany is going to get shaky as soon as the gas runs out. The gas won't run out. It won't. Trust me. No, it will be fine. Yeah. Yes, Super Typhoon, but in doing so, he wants to break up the European Union as well. He wants to do that. He's absolutely clear about that. Don't get me wrong. We can't get that even done in Belgium, and we have the capital of Europe, which has its own government. That's true, Abel. That's absolutely true. European solidarity is a threat to Russia. It is. It is, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand why everything is happening, but I mean, the fact that there are being wars waged in the Middle East by Russia to push a lot of refugees towards Europe is basically to destabilize Europe. That's what he's doing. Waging war on the one hand and sending refugees, which we should help. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, the refugees, that's one thing. Now, he's also now waging a war on the energy front as well, doing the same thing. So yeah, it's and then trying to actually re-annex all the countries he lost in the Soviet Union. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's absolutely insane. Apparently, lots of LPG tankers are sitting off the coast, but no facilities to convert to normal gas as the stuff is liquid form. Yeah, but there are a lot of actually projects around Europe to actually gear up and enlarge liquid gas into so tankers can load it off. So there are, I think, in the Netherlands alone, I think there is on the second Maasvlakte. There is or Maasplain basically, there is a large liquid gas plant currently being set up. In the north of the Netherlands, there is a second plant being set up. So in the Netherlands, we're doing that really quickly. Yeah. And a lot of other countries are working on that as well. So a lot of Western European countries. It's one of the reasons why Qatar is now so interesting, of course, because Qatar has a very, very large natural gas supply. So yeah. Let me see. Poland and Lithuania were smart. They were building out extra LPG capacity for the last 10 years. Yeah, the rest of Europe is gearing up, DC. So yeah. The rest of Europe is now gearing up, following suit, basically, yeah. Traders just wait for days like this when coal prices are higher. Yeah, that's true as well. I mean, they are taking very much advantage of the current prices. By the way, my friends, we are now flying over. Let me see. This is... we are just flying over... Come on. What's it called here? Onitsha. Onitsha is a river port city, funnily enough. And there are a lot of facilities actually here to actually accommodate ships from the Niger River right there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Born PC. I'm a virtual pilot. A friendly way to say virgin until the age of 37. Actually, Born BC. Don't get me wrong. This is a mark of honor. A red card means a mark of honor. So well played, sir. Well played. Well played. All right. Even Germany is jumping the brakes on shutting down its nuclear plants. Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm 40. Hi, I'm 40. Yeah, but I'm guessing you're not a virgin anymore, aren't you? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, do you do photography? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I was a sailor. Yeah. Yeah. That'll do it. By the way, is this an airport? By the way, I think it is. That looks like a landing strip right there. That looks definitely like a landing strip. Definitely. Let me see. It says 10 nautical miles away, so that can be right down there, but that looks like a landing strip. Let's put that. Yeah. Women do love a man in uniform. Oh my. Oh my. Unfortunately, the Germans pay too much to others, and even in Europe, they don't have everything under control. True. True there, Joker. True. That's absolutely true. Might be a bush trip. Kind of looks like a DC. Yeah. I think this is. I mean, it's too obvious not to be something like that. I think it's a bush strip. I think you're absolutely right. Badly maintained, maybe, but still, yeah. He was a lawyer for Gazprom a few years back. The great Green Minister of Energy of Belgium. A lawyer for Gazprom. Yeah, that's kinda iffy right there, is it? Yeah. Belgium indeed had nuke power. And then some, yeah. Still does, actually. Avold, I think they're still operational, aren't they? Or they are about to be shut down. But I think they still... The Netherlands has nuclear power as well. And actually, we're going to expand on that. Which I think is a good thing. So, yeah. Yeah. And actually, the Netherlands is one of the European suppliers for nuclear materials used in medical things like for instance X-ray machines and stuff like that. So yeah, that's better if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the best bridge technology to carbon-free energy. Well, we had a bit of a breakthrough, didn't we? We had a bit of a talking about energy. We had a bit of a breakthrough. I think yesterday or the day before that with nuclear fusion. We actually, the Americans actually created more energy output than they actually put in. So they actually went Q factor 1.5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Q factor 1.5, so yeah. Which is, they couldn't sustain it because they had to fire off constantly. It was with the laser version where they had to constantly fire lasers into plasma to keep it condensed instead of using magnets. But they actually, yeah. No, DC ITER is just a very, very long-term project to make sure people have a job. I'm absolutely sure that, and even then, ITER will only be basically it will be a test reactor anyway. So yeah. The Dutch sell gas to the EU and buy it back from the EU because their gas is no longer enough. That's true. Yeah, but the thing is, but that's how it's regulated in the EU. But Joker, the thing is, what you're talking about is the gas that we actually extracted from the northern part of the Netherlands, so Groningen and stuff like that. And that is done by fracking, which is causing a lot of issues in the northern part of Netherlands. So we actually have earthquakes in the Netherlands because of that. Hey Jamal, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. My rock, my center. So yeah, it's ITER isn't a fusion research facility. It's officially a full working reactor and a fusion research facility as well. So yeah, but that's the reason why we actually had to stop extracting natural gas from Groningen in the northern parts of the Netherlands, because of all the earthquakes that were happening. So yeah, fracking is really bad. Yeah. It's actually fracking what they're using to actually get it. Yeah, it's really bad. So there's a lot of gas still there. Of course, there's a lot of gas still there. But if we want to get our hands on that, we basically have to ruin the entire province of Groningen. It's so no, that's not really an option. That's not really an option. So that stopped, and that is the reason why we are now currently no longer exporting gas. We are now actually, because we used to export gas to Germany as a country, but we can no longer do that because we no longer have that. They're now looking into the Waddenzee again, I think, for gas reserves, which I really don't hope they have to do, because that's it's a protected area, basically. It's a protected nature reserve, and man, you don't want to drill into nature reserves. You really don't want to do that. So yeah. Fracking is starting up again in the UK, or trying to. Yeah, I mean it's bad, but it's a very effective way of getting your hands on gas. It's just, it ruins everything. We have more government, so the Flemish Minister of Power set environment output rules on gas plants. So the federal minister was boycotted as soon as we are left with nothing. And our nuclear was sold to France years ago to make a budget. Either way, Belgium is screwed. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? I think side effect from fusion is helium. Actually, barbecue beef. In the fusion process, you actually create helium-3. So you're absolutely right. It is helium what they create, but helium-3. And as soon as the reaction stops, so basically if the creation of or containment of plasma stops, the entire process stops. And that's the reason why it's safe. It's safe. Or safer than nuclear, because you don't have fallout or anything. You don't have nuclear fallout with that. In Ohio, we have very few regulation on disposal of fracking wastewater. So we got companies dumping massive amounts of wastewater into wells here, not just from Ohio, but that's bad because basically that fracking water, which is highly contaminated, basically gets into your water supplies, and that's really bad. So all the workers are walking around sounding like Mickey Mouse. Help there, we got fusion! Yay! Look, it's gone pink! But yeah, but they actually did create. It's called actually creating more energy than actually consuming it in fusion, in nuclear fusion, is called the Q factor. And if the Q factor is above 1, you're basically creating more energy than you're putting out, and that is an option to actually start creating nuclear fusion on a long term, and that's what we're actually looking for. So yeah, water tables in southern Ohio already getting contaminated. But why would you do that, DC? You're basically contaminating yourself. You're basically contaminating yourself. It's so weird that people do that. I read an article today. It stumped me completely. Everyone knows, of course, Oreo cookies, right? The nice black chocolate Oreo cookie. Apparently, the way to create that dark, blackish chocolate look is to treat the chocolate with ammonia. I'm not kidding. To get that dark chocolate look, you have to treat it with ammonia. Or Oreo biscuits, exactly. It's about the Oreo biscuit, the black Oreo biscuits, which are chocolate biscuits, basically. A company here in the Netherlands, with the knowledge of apparently the government, has been using large amounts of ammonia and venting it off into the countryside here, where I'm living actually, in the neighborhood, to create dark chocolate Oreo cookies. It's highly contaminating. Highly contaminating. You should be absolutely insane to do that. But it doesn't really matter with the taste. It still tastes like an Oreo cookie if it's normal. But no, it has to be black. So that's what we did. Come on, people. Why? High Cloud about toilet waste treatment systems. Yes. But yeah. But is there any processed ammonia left on the finished product? Barely, DC Viper. Barely. There is hardly any ammonia left on the product itself, so you can eat it. It's all fine. That's fine enough. There is a little bit, but not harmful. But to create it's insane. It's not accurate to say that Norway does fracking better than other countries from an environmental standpoint. Fracking, or hydraulic fracturing, is a controversial method of extracting natural gas and oil from shale formations by injecting a mixture of water, sand, and chemicals into the ground at high pressure. This technique has been linked to a range of environmental issues, including air and water pollution, increased seismic activity, which we have in Groningen, and habitat destruction. True. Well, Norway does have and there it stopped. Because money, yeah, exactly. Because money, yeah. There's always the reason, money, exactly. Plumbing is quite expensive. Well, in the Netherlands, it's actually normal. Plumbing is really normal. Bad AI. True. I said it before. You got to the part about them venting raw ammonia into the atmo. Yeah, exactly. Basically, they're venting raw ammonia into the atmosphere. It's absolutely bizarre and insane. I mean, why would you do that? Why? I don't get it. Just to have a dark cookie, which tastes exactly the same if it wasn't dark. If it was just a brown cookie, it would have been fine as well. But no, we just want it to be a different color. So we're venting. It's the largest ammonia producer in the Netherlands, apparently. I mean, and we have a lot of farmers out here in the Netherlands who have cattle farms that are considered large polluters. These guys are polluting 10 times as much. Just that's one factory. Just for a freaking cookie. A cookie, people. Come on. Sorry for that rant, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I'm not buying Oreo anymore. It's done. I will redeem the hype right there, Jamal. Good to have you back, buddy. I recently read an article where the Netherlands is shutting down dairy farming because of the ammonia pollution. Exactly! And then something like this comes out. In some areas, but cookies are okay. Exactly! Exactly that! We cannot have cows, we cannot have meat, and we cannot have milk from the cows. We have to destroy the livelihood of farmers. But we want dark cookies, so let's pump in more ammonia into the atmosphere. Sorry, not even a facepalm will make this right. I mean, come on. Have we gone completely insane? For a freaking cookie. What about 10 Oreo cookies? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Well, it's just the dark ones, the dark cookies actually, but it's... have we gone absolutely insane? Come on, people. We're smarter than this. As a human, we have put people on the moon. And we can't do this? Really? I mean, we've built projects, we've built pyramids, we've created sea defenses. It's... Were we ever sane? That's a good question, actually. I think that should be the question. Were we ever sane? But yeah. I'm a chat GPT addicted. What is chat GPT? What is that? Hey, I'm still learning, so I don't know. AI. Oh, okay. Non-point source pollution from farms is a real problem in northwestern Ohio. The fertilizer runoff gets into the lake area and causes huge toxic algae blooms. That's basically what's happening here as well, DC. Yeah, that's happening here as well. Unfortunately. But no one is suggesting that we stop growing food. True. But yeah, pneumonia production from cows is one of the problems that we actually have with the global warming. So yeah, you know, it's I mean, cutting back on meat every day is not a bad thing, you know. Me and the missus don't eat meat every day. It's not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not vegan. Absolutely not. I'm not vegan. I eat cows. I eat pigs. I eat chicken. Yes, I do. I mean, I think they're cute. I also think they're delicious. So yes. But having said that, once or twice a week not eating actually meat, ducks, can be very tasty. Yes, indeed. Hello, little ducky. And there was Bizarro right there. Hey, I'm actually catching up with you guys. Hopefully not hippo. To be honest, never tasted hippo, so don't know. But yeah. Do you eat cow or beef? That says enough, doesn't it? It's, yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on, buddy. It's wildlife there, Jamel. Wildlife! Exclamation mark! Wildlife. During World War One, the U.S. promoted meatless Mondays in order to conserve food for the war effort. Well, the thing is, if you actually cut back on, there you go. If you cut back on eating meat once or twice a week, it can actually, if everyone would do that, it would have a gigantic impact on the environment. It really does. I mean, I'm not saying you have to go full tofu. Please, to God, no. And there are a few good things you can do. And these days, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, meat replacement is actually getting better and better and better these days. So yeah, it's getting me and Jamal confused because our names are the same color. Oh, oh really? Oh, Joe, sorry, Joe. You're absolutely right. I just saw it there. Exactly. Sorry about mistakes were made. You mean transgender? No, Bizarro. No, actually, I mean, if you go to, for instance, well, fast food restaurants like McDonald's now have vegan chicken. I could not taste. The missus had one of those vegan chicken sandwiches, and I had an actual chicken sandwich. I could not taste the difference. Which goes to show that everything tastes like chicken, basically. There you go. But yeah, it's the Impossible Whopper. Actually, unfortunately, DC, in Europe, we cannot actually get the Impossible Burger. I really, really want to try it, but I want to try the Impossible Burger. I really do. Apparently, it tastes exactly the same as a normal burger. And if the prices are comparable to normal meat, I'm quite willing actually to skip meat for a few days and actually switch over to a vegan substitute for that. I don't mind. Let's get one thing straight. I don't like the word vegan. I don't like the word vegan. I don't like the association that comes with vegan. I think you're quickly heading into a cult there. Yeah. That's just my opinion. I don't have a problem with eating vegetable-based food. Let's just go with that, shall we? So yeah. Our secretary was mad at me that I declined for the team dinner. She is vegan and only books vegan restaurants. So I told her, if you book a normal restaurant, maybe I will be coming. Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing, you know. If you people who are very much into veganism, it quickly turns into a cult thing. You have to be vegan because I know what's right. You know, I'm vegan and it's all you're evil because you eat meat. No, I don't. Sorry, I'm not. I eat responsible meat. True. I like to know where my meat is coming from. So I go to butchers that actually know where the animal was butchered and what animal it was and stuff like that. I don't. Most of my meat I don't buy in a supermarket. I just don't. So yeah. I used to eat veggie burgers a couple of years ago. They were quite tasty. They are. Yeah, actually, you're quite right, Italian Yang fan. So why not change it up a little bit, you know? You meet a vegan pilot who does CrossFit. What does he tell you first? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly that. He's vegan. Shoni, Shoni, I'm not sure, but I have feelings if some people had their way, they would use only meat to grow in a lab that was never alive in the first place. Well, Joe, fun fact actually, because meat is grown here in the Netherlands as well. It's extremely expensive right now, but if it's a viable alternative and its environmental impact would be really low, and it's exactly the same as normal meat, why not? You know, this may sound strange coming from me, but if you think about it, no animals were harmed in the process. So if you actually take that process and make that viable for a lot of people and available for a lot of people at a low price, eating lab-grown meat is actually not a bad thing, in my opinion. If it's the same thing as a burger or any other animal meat, why not? You know, why not? I'm really open to things like that. Do you stop hydrating too drying? Well, never, Jamel, never. So yeah, I don't eat red meat anymore. Staying away from the animal fat. Well, that barbecue, that's a thing. That's a thing. Also, I prefer to buy my meat from a local butcher, but it's much more expensive than the grocery store, and I have to make a special trip. DC, same thing here. Yeah, we do the exact same thing. Yeah, we do the exact same thing. You should change your name. Exactly. Thank you, Ginger Freckle, very much for that follow. Welcome to the cabin crew. I truly appreciate that. In the last week here that we are flying, tomorrow we are still flying over Africa. We're continuing this flight, but on Friday we're actually doing a commercial flight. So really looking forward to that. Good to be here. Well, good to have you here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome to the cabin crew. Hope you enjoy yourself. Vegan croquettes, Dutch snack actually, with some beef. You're absolutely right there, Moonfall, which is delicious. At my university are more expensive than the meat version. That annoys me. Give us some incentive. Exactly there. You are absolutely right. If you can actually make those vegan dishes cheaper than the meat versions, I'm pretty sure within a matter of minutes, people will start switching over more often than not. I can guarantee that. But a good croquette, there's nothing wrong with that. So, actually, oh, now I want croquettes. Wife is a vegetarian by choice and coleiac, I hope I said it, not by choice. So we always go to places that offer a meal for the both of us. Dog's breath. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. I am glad that more and more vegan options are becoming available. And they should. People should have the choice. They should have the choice. So, yeah. You know, but that's the thing. There should be a choice. And that choice could also be, if I want to eat meat, I eat meat. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, yeah. Steaks at the Hungarian butcher are so yummy. I'll believe that. And their sausages, indeed. My local butcher does the best cumberlands. Guys, come on! Come on! Now I'm getting hungry. I want sausages. Like I am genuinely an animal lover. I hate to see animals suffer. I really do. But I eat beef and chicken and so on. And I know there were animals once, but I assume, and I don't want to know if I'm wrong, but I assume that those animals were killed humanely, and animals don't live forever. They would die anyway. The thing is, Joe, I don't have any problems with eating meat. I love eating meat. I love eating meat. I really do. It's not that I eat large amounts of meat, but I love eating meat. And if that's either beef or pig or chicken, that's fine with me. But I know in the Netherlands we have, especially if you get meat from your local grocery store, the pre-packaged meats. Those animals were usually lived in very, very poor conditions. So yeah, you know, if I can avoid that, I would. And I am in the fortunate position. Let's say this. I am in the fortunate position that I can spend a little bit more money on meat, for instance. So I can. I actually have a choice to actually go to a butcher that is a little bit more expensive, but where I know he knows which animals he slaughtered and how they were butchered and stuff like that. So yeah, and the life that they had. So it's that's the thing. The state accidentally did something smart. Food stamps count double at farmer markets. That's actually pretty good. One of the problems in the poor neighborhoods here is that highly processed foods are significantly cheaper than fresh fruits and vegetables. DC, that is also true in Europe as well. Exact same thing. If you go to deep frozen foods or pre-packaged foods like pizza or French fries and stuff like that, pre-processed food is a lot cheaper actually than getting your meat, vegetables fresh. It's unfortunately it's the absolute truth. So and that's the reason why obesity is also a very big problem as well. It is. It truly is. And that's really a shame. Gutter, I'm having some seasonal beer incoming again today. No worries there, buddy. See you on Friday from the C208. Actually, Jamel, if you can fly along in the 208 with the Phoenix, I salute you completely. Yeah, because on Friday we will be doing a Phoenix flight. We're doing commercial flights, buddy. So we're flying from the Netherlands all the way over Norway, Sweden towards Finland, Rovaniemi. So Santa Town coming up. Turning up with some tailwind, I hear. Exactly. Looking forward to that flight. So yeah, really looking forward to the flight. So yeah, it's. But you know, it's. I mean, I don't. How do I say this? I don't have any problems, as I said, with vegan or veganism or vegan food for that matter. I really don't. I just have the problem with the association that comes with it. But we eat meatless here as well, sometimes once or twice a week. So yeah, it does happen, and it's absolutely fine. It's delicious. So why not? You know, it's absolutely delicious. So why not? All right, my friends, we are, how far off are we? We are 26 minutes away from our destination. Let's go to that and range and then zoom out a little bit. There we go. So that is working right there. All right. We're moving and growing. 50 nautical miles to go. Ground speed 127. We have a little bit of a headwind actually. Funnily enough, we have a little bit of a headwind. Didn't expect that, but that's fine. Absolutely fine. Alright, nearest airport is Delta November India Mike. That's 25 nautical miles away, and we are now heading towards Delta November Charlie Alpha. My cat walked on the keyboard. Oh, that's funny. Ah, you gotta love pets. You gotta love pets, buddy. They always do the strangest thing at the strangest time. Another age-related issue. Back in the day, the humane dispatch method consisted of a sharp tap to the back of the head. Meat tasted as good though. The thing is, actually, that meat butchered in a much more humane way actually releases a lot less stress in the animals, and that is, you can actually taste the stress in the meat. It's really true. You can actually taste it when a cow was stressed when it was killed, or a pig was stressed when it was killed, opposite to when it wasn't actually. You can actually taste that. So yeah, it tastes absolutely much differently. And this is actually true. By the way, my friends, if you are flying along on Friday, the airport that I use is I bought that from Orbex, and it is the Rovaniemi airport that you can get on Orbex, but you don't have to have that special add-on. You can also go to flightsim.to and you can actually get a very, very nice free version of that airport from flightsim.io. I have the links up in the on the Discord channel, so you can actually, if you go to the flight plans section, you can scroll down and you can see which planes or which sceneries I will be using and which are available to make it look better for you as well. I highly recommend installing that because there currently, if you land on Rovaniemi, there's not much to see. Actually, it's not very well modeled. So make sure if you fly along with that, you actually install that version. Also, if you are flying along and you don't own the Phoenix and you don't want to spend that money, get your hands on the fly-by-wire A320. It will work just fine. I will make sure that the flight plan is available at that time. This evening, we currently you can, if you go to the flight plan section from the Discord channel, you can actually see that there is still a poll up where you can decide where we are flying from and which plane we are using. As I said, currently the standing is that we are taking off from Amsterdam with the Phoenix. But there's still time to actually cast a few votes if you want. You can do that on the Discord channel, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to plan the entire flight for you, making sure that that you can upload it if you want to as easily. I'll also make that available in the Discord channel as well, of course. So yeah, I swear though, Shoni, I hate myself right now. Don't ever do that, but yeah, I'm so bad I can't even play my games between the sets and sore throat. I'm drained. Oh, Joe, I'm so sorry to hear that, buddy. Let's give Joe a little bit of good vibes and cheer him up. That's what we do in the cabin crew. We cheer you up, buddy. That's what we do. Make sure you leave with a smile on your face. Good vibes to you, Joe. Good vibes to you. Hey, AJ, there he is. There he is. Yes, we lift everyone up, Joe. You're part of the family now. That's and that's what we do. That's what we do. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You feel better now. You hear, buddy? You feel better now. Just hop on a plane and enjoy the skies. So yeah, there you go. Love from the cabin crew right there. Love from the cabin crew. That's what we do. That is who we are. That is who we are. And we still have a little less than 50 nautical miles to go. 45 nautical miles. And we should be landing at Delta November Charlie Alpha. Delta November Charlie. So that's good. That is absolutely good. All right. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to that flight. It is actually the first time I'm actually doing a study level plane. I have flown off-stream the PMDG. I have flown the Phoenix. Of course, we had a lot of problems with the Phoenix, and thank God for Ewald helping me out there. Otherwise, I never would have got that thing off the ground. But yeah, and somehow, when I took off, the rudder got switched over and constantly pushed me to the wrong side. It was really weird. But once we fixed that, I had a few flights and they were really fun. I'm not trying to bring your stream down. No, sorry. I just... when I feel like this, I get frustrated. Well, Joe, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. That's why we're here as well, my friend. I mean, you're not the first, you're not the last. Trust me on this. You're not the first and you're not the last. And it's absolutely fine. As I said, that's exactly what we do here. We help you. Lift your spirits. We lift your spirits. There we go. And the plane. We lift that as well. Yeah. Lift. Get it? Yeah. Hi, Cloud. Exactly. Don't be frustrated. Exactly. That it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. Truly, it does. Well, almost everyone. So yeah, no, it happens to everyone. Don't get me wrong. Phoenix support desk in Discord. Ewald, yes. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Oh, thank God for Ewald. Otherwise, I never would be flying that thing. It's human nature. It is. It is. And that's exactly why we are also doing flights like these and streams like these, guys. It's exactly the reason. It's exactly the reason. To lift your spirits. You know, at the end of the day, once we've landed here and you watch this stream, You guys had something. That was fun. We had a laugh. We had a bit of a discussion here and there. We talked about energy and we talked about other things and vegan stuff. And while we were flying over this beautiful country that is Nigeria, but yeah, Ewald is my Phoenix support desk, as he is mine, I have to admit, I enjoyed the flights I did around the world. Those flights were amazing. Exactly, Joe. Exactly. It lifts your spirit. It just gives you a smile when you look around and you look outside the window and look at that. And this is real time. This is what you would see if you actually would be flying here. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. The world is a beautiful place, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is a great way to explore that beautiful place. It really is. It really is. So why not have a little bit of fun? Why not have a little bit of a blast, Why not enjoy yourself? And if you can't fly along, watch the stream. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I mean, we have so much work lurkers here. People who are actually working from home or still working in the office, having Shoni here blabbing away in their ear. It's all fine. It's all great. Everyone is welcome here. We don't make exceptions. Nope, we don't. So yeah, if you leave with a little bit of a smile on your face, my job is done. My job is done. My job is done. Yeah. There you go. By the way, I was thinking Friday during the flight I won't be, of course, since I'll be using autopilot. Yeah, I know. I know. Working full-time on my retirement. Best job ever. Ever. And what do you do all these days? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I tell you. Not a single thing. All right, my friends. 40 nautical miles to go. A little less even. 35, so yeah. So close to retirement, I can smell it. When will you retire there, Italian Yang fan? When will you retire? I have mastered retirement already. I know. We have a few... The thing is, men age like wine. See what I did there? Less than 4 years to go. Men age like wine, like a good wine. We age like a good wine. Yeah. We only get better. We do. Yeah, women age like milk. Sorry. Kidding. Red card. I know. Red card. Whoops. David, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. How are you? David, that sounds very Southern European, maybe? Red card, exactly. I know. Hope you're doing well there, David. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're having fun. Retarded people are okay. They are. Absolutely. Sorry, retired. So, are you meaning that retired people are okay or retarded people are okay? Because basically both are, but now I'm confused. I'm kind of confused. Could that be me? Both. I'll take it. No, don't worry. I mean, High Cloud. I don't have this sticker here for nothing, It's like, yeah. I mean... And let's face it. When you land in a commercial plane and I hear retard. Can't help but laugh. So, yeah. I can't help but laugh. We don't take ourselves too seriously here. No. We don't take ourselves too seriously here. I mean... We take the flying serious. We love the scenery. We take that serious. We take our flight plan serious. But yeah, we don't take ourselves too seriously. I love to. It's okay. Exactly. Exactly. There you go. Ginger Freckle, that word is in music too. True. I love a knob and flaps. I know, right? It's childish. I know. It's childish. I know, but I still do it as well. I know. I'm a child. I know. I don't care. Moriarty, 3 days we've stood waist deep in the icebound Loch Lomond. What's the idea, eh? Cryptide. Sorry, what is it? Don't like fishing? Moriarty fishing. Oh, we haven't had. We've got to die sometime. We just wait until then. Alright there, Joe. I'm not going to read it completely, but is that the Moriarty as in the Moriarty from Sherlock? Sherlock Holmes? Moriarty? Or is that just a made up name? Just a name, basically. Who's that, by the way? Who is that? Who's that buzzing me right there? AJ buzzing me. That didn't look like a DC-3. Ah, no. But yes, my friends, as I said, tomorrow we are continuing a really, really strange route, basically. We are headed towards, I think, Albertville. Eventually, we're flying... No, we're flying to one of the tiny islands. Ooh, where are we flying to? Tomorrow, we are headed towards... Let me have a look-see, let me have a look. We fly to Sao Tome and Principe. Sao Tome and Principe. Yeah, it's something... Everyone is invisible. Oh, AJ, if you go to your... I think it's in data settings. There is a option where you can turn on and turn off nearby planes, and you have to turn on and turn off... you can turn off deliveries there as well. There's something with that. So yeah. Airlock Dog, if you find a lack for Christmas sweaters... I find your lack of Christmas sweaters disturbing. I know, right? I know. I actually wanted to get my hands on a hippo Christmas sweater. Couldn't get one. So yeah. Couldn't get one. But it's actually an option there, buddy. It's the Goon Show. Ah, okay. It's an option. I'm on the Southeast Asia there, Ginger Freckle. But we are about to come in for a landing. We're nearing our destination, actually. We are getting close to Delta November Charlie Alpha. That is Calabar. And we are then... that will be the end of our stream. So if you come on quickly, you can join us if you want. Of course, but 9 times out of 10, I'm actually already... we're coming in for the landing, and that's basically it. So... But you're always welcome to if at the start or earlier in the stream, of course, you're always welcome to join. Hey, you can join now if you want. I don't mind. But yeah, you know, we're nearly there. By the way, Drunk, first of all, good to see you, buddy. Hello. Wie geht's? Alles goed? I hope you're doing well. Second off, thanks, buddy, for that sub. I truly appreciate that. Every sub, of course, helps. And in this case, actually, it comes right back at you. So yeah, and I will redeem that hydrate. No problem there, Ginger Freckle. As I said, you can of course take off from Delta November Charlie Alpha in Nigeria, and fly around and then land. Come in for a landing. That could be an idea. I am coming in for the landing first. What I always do, and this I completely admit this. I have stolen this from Murph, Two-Tone Murphy. I come in for the landing, and then you guys can actually come in for the landing as well. It's a hard job to connect USB cable to the computer. I think all mining workers agree. Wow. Red card right there. That's a red card right there. There you go. Yeah, it's a red card. But why isn't that plane showing up? The DC-3 Do you have a specific livery there, AJ? Do you have a specific livery that you're using that you downloaded or something? Because I know I have been having livery problems, and I'm going to try and sort that out during the holiday. So during the holiday, I'm going to redo my entire livery channel and you know or livery the community folder. I'm going to do that completely again, and hopefully it will sort out a lot of my problems that I currently have. It's really annoying. I'm not sure what's going on. Not sure what's going on, but yeah. One of my favorite shows, Harry Seacombe, Peter Sellers, Spike Milligan. Brilliant. Ah. Well, let's face it, Peter Sellers was genius. Just the default. I have the DC3 normally installed. I don't know what's going on. Can see players now at least. Ah, you actually turned on the option. Yeah, okay. You turned on the option. That's good. That is good. I'm also going to see if it's actually possible to get a VR stream going. Of course, I have the VR helmet. Would be great if we could actually do a stream fully in VR. That will be really cool for you guys to actually get an idea of how that works. So yeah. No, let me see. Peter Sellers, the only one who could do the Pink Panther movies right. I know, right? Get over here. The modern ones are just not the same. I know. If I go to the Pink Panther movies, I mean, the Peter Sellers version are the best. They are absolutely the best. They're old, they're dated, but they're still the best. Absolutely agree with you there, buddy. But hey, that's just me. It's an acquired taste, even. Alright, my friends, let's have a look. Because I do not know where we actually have to land. So, let's open that. Let's see what... let me go to the Edge browser right here. Then go to... Let's close off that. Let's close off that. METAR. So that's Delta November Charlie Alpha. Be full METAR, and we are going to land at runway 21. Runway 20. No, runway 3. If it's going. Huh? That's weird. No. Coming from there. We should be landing at... Oh, no. Sorry, runway 21. No, absolutely right. Sorry. Was looking in the wrong direction. Pro streamer, right there. And how long have you been doing this flying malarkey thing? Well, not that long. So, runway 21, that's going to be our landing spot for today. Let me see. Do we actually have... Let's close that off. Let's open Navigator. Going to land at runway 21 at that point. That was actually an ILS approach. Ha! Who knew? There we go. Let me see. On final. 1,850 feet. Oh, yeah. That's good. 19.9. So let's dial that one in and start our descent. We are closing off Navigraph. Oh, guys, by the way, talking about Navigraph, currently, of course, we have the Navigraph chart option right here in the sim, but it's still the old version. It's still the old version, basically, which is the, let me show you guys. Sign in, there we go. This is in sim. As you can see, there's a window for it. Allow, go. So you can see basically load the flight plan. There we go. This is the old version of my what's in loading of that? It should not. This is the old version basically of of Navigraph. This is what it used to look like. They are actually, and they actually said it was not possible to actually integrate the new version of Navigraph into Microsoft Flight Simulator. They were wrong. They are currently working on a new add-on for the. No, it's absolutely happening. It's going to be in sim as well as it is in the as well as it is in the external app. So it's absolutely the same. They're going to integrate it finally. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to that. All right, let's throttle down a bit because I want to start descending. Now they need to bring it to the Xbox. Yeah, well, maybe that's actually going to happen. Who knows? Who knows? That will be pretty awesome. If that's happening, that will be, yeah, kind of amazing, actually. All right, so. Where did that come from? So that's new. Okay, so it wasn't just me. Well, that's interesting. That makes things a lot more interesting, actually. All right, we are now descending currently towards the approach of the runway, and then we're going to actually turn on the landing. Well, the landing lights are still on, so yeah, that's there's no need to do that. No need to do that. Actually, we're at nearly 1,800 feet, so now I'm going to level out. And I'm actually going to dial in the. We're going to throttle back quite a bit. Com nav right there. No, keep it up. Keep it up. 1,700 feet. No, I want to stay at about 1,800 feet. Getting bounced around quite a lot, actually. Engines again. Come on. Come on. Fog will never be missed. Wow. There you go. Follow the flight director. Yeah, kinda. Let me see. Here we go. All right, now we actually got that covered right now. Zooming in. There. And I want the comms to actually start to display the. Come on, famous last words. Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. 109.1. 1091. Enter. Set that to active. There we go. So that's active now. We're at 2,000 feet, a little bit too high, but that's fine. We've got the ILS. Okay. Let's switch the CDI right there. That's the ILS that we got right there. We can actually turn on the approach now as well. And as you can see, the green glide path, we're actually nicely there on the green glide path. So that's not a bad thing. We're gaining a little bit of speed. And as soon as that green bar in the middle comes down, we're making the turn towards the right. And we should be aligned with the runway, which is great right now because we're landing in a freaking fog. I have set it to approach, but I am flying it manually, so we're still coming in manually. I'm actually gaining a lot of speed. I don't want to gain a lot of speed. I actually want to reduce speed. So let's throttle back again. Make sure your mixture is full right now, full rich. By the way, my friends, the predictions are up. So exclamation mark predict and then the minus on how soft or how hard I am going to touch down. Exactly. You still can follow the lock and the GS. Exactly. That's why I just turned it on. You're absolutely right. So get your predictions in, my friends, right now. There you go. 999 Stealth Wolf. Shame on you. Shame on you. Oh, Super Typhon, minus 40. I wish I could do minus 40 these days. I mean, it's so hard to do minus 40 in tiny little planes like this. It really is. Avolt, minus 2. Yeah, those were the days, weren't they? Remember those days? Yeah, I mean, look at how we are being bounced around. Ah, too low, too low. But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly and steadily. We're getting there. All right, let's switch that back. Boop. That's a little bit better. There we go. Haha. Have to maintain level. Very clear here. Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on. Suddenly, the fog just popped up. No idea why. No idea why. All right, we are now getting... The green line is coming down, so we are actually going to make that turn. Not too aggressive, but aggressive enough. I'm being bounced around like mad. And I'm a little bit too low right now. 1,100 feet. I'm way too low, actually. All right. Seen it many times on remote airports. Ah, that could be it. That could be it there, Avolt. Yeah, you might be absolutely right. But we should be straight on course right now. We're on the approach line right here. We should be straight on course towards the airport. Stay in the air, although I hope... if we can't see you guys, I'm actually going to clear the runway from the weather. Right. We are going a little bit too fast. I know we are. That's fine. There we go. We're now on the glide slope. And we should be coming down directly towards the runway. Rolling back because we are actually in a descent now. Yeah, literally, yeah. Fog of war. Basically, it's a fog of war. We're a little bit off towards the side as well. 60 knots, 65. I want to maintain about 65 knots. Zigging and zagging over the line. Zigging and zagging, but we get it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Then it drops on me. Jeez, come on, baby. You can do it. There we are. Back on the glide slope again. Being bounced around like an idiot. But hey, that's what we do. There's the runway. Yeah, there is the runway. Make sure we clear those trees right there. Trees! Make sure you clear those trees. So actually aim for the landing spot and not the beginning of the runway. And yes, I know we are a little bit too high, but I don't want to ram into a tree. That's what we want. That's the way. Like it. A gentle minus 334. Super Typhon. Wow. 34. Haven't had that in a while. Alright, taxi lights go on, landing lights go off. Thank you very much, DC. Bravo, Zulu. Indeed, buddy. Indeed. All right, let's see if we can find the runoff there. The taxi runoff should be coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Brake, brake, brake. Still at 38, 30 ground speed. Slowing down quite nicely. Yeah, you were. Yep, this is where we get off. This is my turn off right here. Watching right Fire Sandy right there. Barbecue Beef is there as well. So we are stopping right there. Coming up from the runway. And I'm going to park it right here with these guys already. Full stop. Turning that one on right there. We are going to switch over the camera. Then go to the outside view. Yeah. Showcase. Whoa. And of course, turning on the music. Right. Reset position. Drone speed up. Close that off. Alright, who do we have coming in? Dog's Breath. And we have Stealth Bolt behind him. AJ still in the air. A-Volt coming in there as well. The rest is already on the ground. Speed bust you twice. Ah. Well done. It comes from Flacco's. Oh, really? Bravo Zulu. Excellent. That's the Dark Star? I'm not sure what's going on with my... Ooh! Little bit of a rough landing, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And we have... yep. We have Dog's Breath here in the 172. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I really need to figure that out before... during my holiday. I'm going to figure out what's going on because there's something really strange going on there. AJ coming in as well. We have A-Volt still in the 310. And we should have had actually an ocean view, but yeah, not so much. Throttling up and down, but it's working, it's working. Nice, nice, nice. Little bit swervy there, but that's what you get with tail draggers, by the way. That's what you get with tail draggers. That's just the thing, that's just the way it is. Alright, A-Volt, how far off are you? Oh, you are really far. Are you going to make it, buddy? Far. Okay. Then we are going to end the stream right there. As I said, there's the ocean. We can just see it on just over the fog right there. There was just an ocean fog coming in. Apparently, who knew? Alright, my friends. Had a great stream again. Thank you all very much for being here. That's it for me today. That's it for me today. Have a lot of fun. Actually, did I hear someone buzzing by? Nope. Alright. I will be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be taking off from this airport and we are heading south. We're heading towards the islands just off the coast of Africa. That's it for me today. I will see you again tomorrow. And don't forget, on Friday, our final stream, I will be doing a giveaway. We have 2 keys for the Canary Islands Seafront Simulation add-on to give away. So check in for that. And we're going to do a commercial flight from currently Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam Airport towards Rovaniemi, Finland. Looking forward to that one. Other than that, have a great day, have a great evening. I will see you all again tomorrow here. 1200 Zulu, 1300 Central European time. So until then, don't forget to laugh and smile, my friends. Bye-bye, all. Look at that. I mean, the wing flex, it is so cool that it's going up and down. I feel bouncing. I feel bouncing. Anyway, yeah.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh.
Chew that goodness,
Whoa,
baby.
whoa.
Oh, you know you like it.
Oh.
Oh, you know you like it, Tony.
Wow. I did not expect that. They moved. Yeah, one of the big five. Baganario, yes. No! Thank you all very much for being here, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.